11. Friends don't lie.
Stop it! You're freaking her out!
She's freaking me out! The upside down.
Do you understand what he's talking about?
No. I found the chocolate pudding!
Oh God, please tell me it's not the kid.
I need you to hide!
Mornings are for coffee and contemplation.
Holy shit.
Welcome back. My name is Kit.
I'm Andy.
And I'm Steve.
And this is Streaming Stranger Things, episode 4 of season 5, titled Sorcerer.
Ooh, look at my powers as a sorcerer.
I am the sorcerer.
Fireball.
Lightning bolt.
I thought it was going to be the movie Sorcerer, directed by William Friedkin, that they were kind of riffing on. I expected
Could that be why we saw a truck in danger of flipping, maybe? Is that a future Easter egg?
I was going to try to, I could have sworn it was going to be Murray's truck that the title came to be, through which the title came to be.
Out of context.
But I don't think
it's
that's
obviously
enough.
a reference to Will, but
yeah, maybe a double whammy. Maybe.
Bing, bang, boom.
But this is the end of part 1 of the 3-part series of the final season of Stranger Things. We don't get any more episodes until December the 25th, Christmas, 8 p.m. Christmas Day. We get the other 3 more episodes. And then New Year's Eve, the final installment will drop. The final installment. We will be podcasting about Stranger Things here on the main feed. After we recap this whole episode, we've got 4 weeks of kind of bonus Stranger Things content, some guests, email mailbag. So send in your emails to streamingthingspod@gmail.com with questions, theories, concerns, those kinds of things. We'll discuss those very soon.
Pause this episode right now and email us, because we are going to be recording the mailbag on Sunday, which is in 2 days as of recording, and probably 1 or 2 days as of you're hearing it. So just get those letters in as soon as possible, because we're doing a quick turnaround on the mailbag.
We might even do another half mailbag or something.
Later on.
Because again, we have a whole month. We're still doing Game of Thrones, finishing that up over on the Patreon feed. But on the main feed, it's just going to be us kind of biding time, I think, until the rest of the season drops.
It's not biding time, my friend. It's having a good time.
Oh, yeah.
That's the plan here. Just want to let you guys know. But yeah, I'm sure you guys all finished this episode 2 days ago or whatever. It's Friday as we record this. So we did record all throughout Thanksgiving, and it's our last little installment here. And hope you guys are enjoying the coverage. We're going to talk about our overall thoughts about the final episode of this first volume, and then do a scene-by-scene, play-by-play recap of everything that happened in it. And then, of course, end it all with chocolate puddings, our top 3 favorite moments of the episode, Easter eggs, any of the 80s pop culture references that we could find in the text itself, and our 11 out of 10 performance, our favorite performance of episode 4. All of that will be discussed up ahead on Streaming Things. Are you guys ready?
Yes,
So ready.
I think so.
Well, we started off every time with a MadLib.
MadLib. It's a section of the show where I ask these 2 jabronis for words, adjectives, nouns, all that stuff, and they're going to help me craft a story that we will read at the end of the episode. Remember, these are Stranger Things MadLibs submitted to us by a listener of the pod on Discord, Lavender Haze. And Lavender Haze just sent me this one this morning in anticipation for this recording. Are you guys ready to get to it?
Let's do it.
Who wants to go first?
Kit, I volunteer you.
First thing I need from you, Kit Lazer, is a plural noun.
Buns.
Andrew, give me a plural noun.
Assorted lubricants.
I like that it's assorted.
Yeah,
A little taste,
Whoa.
taste test of everything.
levels of viscosity and flavor.
Kit, can I have a verb ending in ing?
Tasting.
Andy, give me part of the body.
Scrotum.
Kit, can I have a noun, please?
A great big bushy beard.
Andy, I need an adjective.
Flabby and fabulous.
Kit, can I have a place?
Atlantis.
Andy, I need a music artist.
Seal.
Why is that funny? He was mauled by wolves.
In my mind, I was like, Andy's going to pick one of these 100 artists, and Seal was not on that list. Kit, I need an exclamation.
What's by Grabthar's hammer?
By Grabthar's hammer. What a savings. Andy, can I have an adjective?
Pornographic.
Kit, I need a number.
6, 7.
Andy, I need a number.
Weird.
37.
Kit, I need a number.
What? The only one left
Back to back.
is 69.
Okay, there we go. Adjective.
Musky and morose.
Kit, I need a silly word.
The silliest word I can think of
Okay.
is the Gungan word.
This is the next prompt for you, Andy.
Okay.
This is big because we've
Oh,
never had a
no.
prompt like this before. This is a
God.
first. A Streaming Things MadLibs first. Andy, from you, I need the name of a font.
Oh my God. What? I mean, we gotta go with papyrus.
You know what you did.
You know what you did.
Kit, I need an adjective.
Beat to shit.
Oh, I like that. Andy, I need an adjective.
Fuckable.
Perfect. And last but not least, Kit Lazer, from you, I need a noun.
Cinema.
Okay, well, tune in to the end of the episode to find out what these two jabronis crafted in a story titled A New Business Venture.
Let's effing go.
And I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a sneak preview. I have been directed to read this one in the voice of Dr. Marty B.
Okay.
Ooh, I gave that to look forward to. Let's effing go. Okay, guys. Sorcerer. This is kind of a finale of sorts. It's the only Stranger Things episode we're going to get for a month. I'm so excited for Christmas for the first time since I became an adult.
Santa's finally going to bring us something good for a change, and not
Maybe.
just crippling credit card debt.
What if it's trash? It could be trash.
That's true.
Hang on.
I don't think it's going to be.
What if Bran the Broken shows up? Hi.
William, this is my secret weapon. He had this idea to build a wall.
So I had to come. Okay, overall thoughts. I'm really, really excited to see what you guys think. I was kind of like watching your reactions a little bit over there in the corner, like, uh-oh.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
I thought I saw Steve crying at one point.
I cried. I was like teary-eyed like 3 times.
You tearing up?
I was.
Aw.
In very surprising times, too. I was like, why am I crying right now?
Yeah, Derek's just getting to you.
I love that kid. I'm like, no, I'm not going to say. I was going to say, I would suck a fat one.
No.
Yeah, can't say that. Can't say that. This one's for you, Derek.
I don't think that works in the way that you thought it would.
Nope.
Any hoozle, Andy,
Yeah.
what did you think of episode 4, Sorcerer?
This episode is fucking incredible. It was so good. It is such a high to go out on for this end of volume 1. I had an incredible time. There were ups. There weren't any downs because it was all ups because this episode fucking rocked. There's so much action. Fucking Vecna is Groot now. He's Groot now.
He's got some Groot powers.
Yeah, dude, he fucking stabs through the back of that dude's head. It comes out his eyeballs and it's fucking gross.
That must be I had seen some interviews with the Duffers where they said season 5 has the most graphic death scene in the entire show. It's got to be that, right?
That was it.
Yeah.
Had to have been that. That was fucking gnarly. It was dope. I love that amazing oneer that we got. That was so fucking cool when they're fighting around town and shit. Downtown, Mike's trying to lead the kids around to safety and shit. Super cool. Super cool. It was so sweet when Will is chatting with Robin. Will has fucking powers. Let's go. That was
fucking
incredible.
go.
I loved the Super 8 flashback. We got little Will and little Mike becoming friends and playing
There's something
games.
about seeing goobery little Jonathan too that made that
Yeah.
so
You like died
heartwarming.
laughing.
I was looking at little Jonathan.
I know. It was so cute. I love everything that's going on with Max and Holly. Max is just like this adventurer in this crazy mind palace prison thing. It's fucking awesome. I love Joyce standing up for, I don't know, everybody with her axe and fighting off the Demogorgon and
Joyce
shit.
Byers, mother
It's
of
so
2.
fucking cool. Yeah, dude. Everything about this episode was phenomenal. I have no notes. It was incredible.
I love this episode. It's so good. And can I just say real quick, for the pod, for all 3 of us, I just want to make a formal announcement. Callie's back, bitches. We've been calling it since season 2. She would come back. Season 3 was the time she would come back, but she didn't. Season 4, she's definitely coming back. She didn't. Season 5, people are like, guys, it's not going to happen. Let it go. Callie's never coming back. Suck a fat one. All of you who said that. That was one of the moments where I was getting teary-eyed.
Really?
I don't know
Just
why.
being right felt so good.
It feels so good.
By the way, your boy called that was not Vecna. And now everybody on the internet is saying, obviously that was Callie and there's literally the only option. I don't know. And maybe it was obvious, but you know who realized it was obvious? Your boy.
Your boy. Your boy did. He did. But like the moment when it pushes in on her and then they do the editing trick, like for those of you who don't remember.
Yeah. Do you remember this person? Because we did shave her head.
For whatever reason, when it cut to the one and then she smiled, it's like, sister, I'm like, oh my God. Because if you remember, I know people hate that episode and probably haven't watched it since they originally saw it way back in 2017. Callie's great in that episode. And the last time they saw together, you saw just how devastated Callie was that 11 left her. And now they're reunited. God, I'm so excited to see where this plotline goes from here. What were they doing with her? How is Callie going to help everybody? How is Callie going to mix up the Hopper 11 relationship that they got going on? Because I can see Hopper being like, I'm proud of you, kid. I trained you to be this awesome person with a good head on your shoulders. And then Callie's like, look at my wall of dead people. I was once like you. Let's go kill them.
Yeah, I wonder. This is more of. I have a lot to say in like a predictions for the next parts episode that I'm sure we're doing on Sunday. I think I know how this is going to end. I'm pretty excited about explaining that. But Callie is a curveball, a wild card in the sense that it's cool. Like now we have Callie, 11, and Will. Can they defeat Vecna together? But I don't think it's going to play out that way. I think because Callie's like a murderer.
Yeah.
And so there is some like, no, I'm not judging her, but I'm just saying there is some like complicated dynamics there as far as the way she might want to do things or the fact that maybe she's not even on 11's side at this point. Like she loves her sister. I think she is, but I'm saying I wouldn't be shocked if it was like a.
Well, we always compare, well, not always, but this most recent string of rewatch episodes that we did, we were comparing Callie and 11's relationship to a Magneto Professor X type relationship. Like, really good friends. They just and have the same goal, but they go about it in different ways.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good wrench to throw into things in this part of the season for sure.
I saw people positing that maybe they've been using her powers this whole time and like the wall itself wasn't real. I want to shoot that down because Steve crashed into it and that's not how her illusions work. But yeah, we did say on our rewatch, a lot of people haven't watched that in a long time probably, that the episode itself isn't that bad. It's just kind of where they stick it in the story that makes it extra frustrating. And the fact that it never comes back makes it seem silly. But we always knew she was coming.
Yeah.
We did.
Oh my God. I'm so happy to see her.
I think she just jumped to the top of the people probably gonna die list. Like I don't see Callie making it to the end of the season, but
yeah, they're like, we can't actually sacrifice Hopper. They acted like they were gonna this episode. They really hammed that up. Like, here goes Hopper. He's gonna blow himself up. We found out his satchel from the first episode was a bomb vest,
pipe bombs.
But he didn't, and so now it's like, well, we can't play that card again in season 5. So we'll just have Callie do that at the end and we can save both our characters. Hooray.
If they hadn't done like the emotional slow-mo of him opening the door and Elle walking through, it would have been like, kid, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
This isn't Vecna. What's going on here?
I shot her. It turns out I don't know what Vecna looks like.
I've never seen the guy.
And me going in there was a bad idea.
Vecna,
Honestly,
you son of a bitch. And she's like, who?
Nice try. I heard you're tricky.
I'm not Vecna. It's exactly what Vecna would say.
Well, he does. He actually does know Henry personally, though.
Yeah, they went to school
that's
together.
true.
The first shadow.
And here's the thing. This episode specifically, really, I think if you haven't seen the first shadow and if you don't know what happens in the first shadow, I think you have a little bit more of a, what the fuck's going on reaction to some of the stuff that happens. But really, because for a long time, they've been really making Will and 11 like brother and sister in a way. They've had that connection since season 1 because they went through similar things. And so a popular theory was it's going to turn out that Will also has powers. And for the longest time, at least for me, I was like, yeah, that would be cool, but I don't know how they would get there realistically based off of what we know in the world. And you introduce the last shadow, the events would happen there, and then you see what happened in this episode with Will, and you're like, okay, it makes a little bit more sense how you would get to that point with that context. But if you don't know what happened in the play, it might not land as well. You might be like, oh, what, Will's powerful now? What the fuck? I don't get it. But I think that moment's really, really cool. I've always been a big fan of Will. He's I love that kid so much. I just want to protect him, and I'm really enjoying what they're doing with him this season of not only letting him like stand up and grow and kind of not be the kid that's always under bubble wrap and scared of everything. He's becoming brave and he's stepping out on his own, but also the pairing with him and Robin has been so great as well. I never in a million years, because I was always wondering, like, how are they going to square away the Mike 11 Will thing, right? Because a lot of people are like, oh, Mike is going to dump 11 and go for Will. I never thought that. I'm like, that's wishful thinking at best. That's never going to happen. But how are they going to do that without making Mike look like an asshole, without Will, quote unquote, turning bad, which I would fucking hate that. And the fact that they pair him with Robin and Robin's like, hey, remember this kind of funny story from season 3 about Tammy Thompson? Well, we're going to circle back to that and use that as a really great mentoring launch pad for you. And I just think that's so smart and so sweet. And their scenes together this season have been exceptional. They're quickly climbing to my, favorite pairings in Stranger Things. They might be just below my favorite pairing, which is Nancy and a gun. But like,
do you think the Byler stands are in shambles right now?
Is that Will and Mike?
Yeah. So for those that don't know, the Byler stands are people who devoutly believe that Mike and Will would actually get together romantically.
Shipping them.
Shipping them.
Yeah. I don't know if they're in shambles because there's always still hope, right?
I don't think so. I think the whole, I mean, I'm sure people are lovingly delusional to the end. But I think that the way that this plays out is equating Mike to a Tammy Thompson in that the point of her telling that story was,
he's such
I know
a dud.
you think you love him. Yeah, exactly. He can't even sing. Actually, he can, it turns out. He just dropped a song.
Finn Wolfhard did?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Cool.
And Joe Keery has a great band. But anyway, I think the whole point of that was like, I know you think you love him, but you're just like seeking, and what you need is self-acceptance. And, that was the whole point of her story. And so to be a Byler at this point would be like that's cool and all, but like he's giving signs. You know what I mean? It just seems like a little, let it go.
I think there's enough for people who really believe in that to hang on to the hope, but I don't agree with it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think I agree with you, and what the text is saying is obviously this. But hey, ship who you want to ship. Love who you want to love. We love love.
We love love.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Kit, what did you think of this episode?
I really, really love this episode. I don't think the internet is exploding. Like there's two camps. There's the 90% of people are getting millions of views on fan edits of Will looking badass. And there's a whole camp of people like, Will's hot now. Oh my God. And like it,
I think I'm into bowl cuts.
There's all kinds of things going on. And then there's like the 10% reactionary, like this show is so trash. Like there's that like,
all the people who say that, though, were saying that before season 5 started. They were like, it's been too long. How
and
I believe this show?
For sure.
They also all, to a man, watched it at 8 p.m. on November 26th.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love this episode. I think it's a great start to what could be a wonderful emotional finish to this long story that's been such a big part of our lives. I do think some of these performances are pretty bad. I don't know if it's the dialogue or the delivery or a combination of both. I know, and I also don't care, if that makes sense. I think some of the, I don't want to point anything out because like people that are so in the moment are going to disagree. Like they love the character so much and they're caught up in the emotion of the moment and they're going to be like, you're out of your fucking mind. And I'm not even saying it's bad. I'm with you. I was crying my eyes out the whole time and I loved it. But I also like can see like a lot of the Noah Schnapp stuff just still doesn't work for me. Like season 2 Noah Schnapp performance has never been rivaled in my opinion.
Oh,
and
yeah, it's the best.
I love the scene with him and Robin and everything else. And I like the finale of Will's arc in this episode, but everything else is just kind of awkward, which he is an awkward person, but you know what I mean? I think a lot of the Joyce stuff is explained by like subtext and plot, but is also like a little silly.
Which part specifically?
Just the delivery of some of the lines that are supposed to come off. And I love her. She's been such a big part of my life for almost a decade. So I'm like, no. But like when she stands up to Vecna and she's like, stay away. Like, I'm like, mother of two. Like, I like that whole bit that we do, but also it's like a little silly,
Sure.
And I'm stuttering here because I don't want to give the wrong impression that I'm being negative about this, because I am not. I loved this episode, but I am also like noticing things that are a little hammy and like just don't care, if that makes sense.
Sure. I'll levy a negative just so you're not the only one who said anything negative about this episode, because I also clearly love this episode. I do think the editing in this episode is a little spotty in places. Specifically, like we're with Max and Holly, and Max is doing a great job explaining what's going on. And then they're like, and then I went to the wall, and then they cut for dramatic effect to go to a different scene and leave you wondering like, oh, what was behind the wall?
Mm-hmm. They do that several times.
And then when we go back there, it
the
just
Hopper
feels like
vault is the same thing.
Yeah. Specifically, the Max one was the one that really got to me.
Here's the
because-
rest of the scene we didn't finish showing.
Yeah,
is
it
what felt
completely
like.
deflated the momentum of what was happening. It's like, oh, what is behind there? Okay, we're back to a new thing. Okay, now we're seeing the...
And it's like Derek saying suck a fat one. And
It just, the momentum wasn't quite carried from scene to scene that well. That being said, all the scenes are amazing, and the show itself, the episode itself is still great, and I loved the hell out of it. Isn't it? I think it's I read somewhere before we started reading that this episode is the best rated Stranger Things episode currently on IMDb right now.
Of the whole show
Of
ever?
the whole show, yeah.
I think that happens a lot when it first debuts, though. And there's all that like, whoa kind of vibe. And then
people go rewatch it and they're like, ah.
Well, then the haters come out, but then also like you kind of look at it from a new eye, and like you see it multiple times, you see different cracks and things like that. And I think that's pretty typical. But all in all, other than, I've been very vocal that I understand that Dustin's in a dark place. I don't love where he and Steve's relationship is. I don't know that I fully believe how much they kind of dislike each other. It started off as, there's another older male mentor that I have. And so now I see you as lesser, and Steve is offended by that. And that was funny that was the source of, but it's like too much. Like he's so dismissive of Steve when he used to look up to him so much. And it's still going on in season 5, and it's worse now because he's mourning Eddie and he's in this dark place. But then Steve is like, I guess also in a dark place because he's dealing with that Nancy stuff. Mm-hmm. But it's like, we all love that duo so much, and they really ham it up in this finale. Like Steve fucking has spent this entire season driving at high speeds while looking in the back seat for some reason. And
because he looks cool.
Shit's dangerous.
I want Daddy to drive me.
I don't love that. And I also felt like the reveal of Mr. What's-It as Vecna was such a dud, and you didn't even have to do the What's-It stuff because you revealed it so quickly and it was so obvious that why would we even do that? They could have just had Henry standing there talking to Holly or waving through the window, and we would have been as equally like, whoa,
Why is he doing this?
But
that's the intrigue, is like, why is he doing this style of capturing children as opposed to the last one?
Which is still a lingering question,
Right.
which we're going to talk about.
Targeting 9 to 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
There are 73 of them.
Because they suck.
Yeah. Well, there's 73 9 to 10-year-olds, but he seems to want
12 of them.
Stranger Things does this thing. I'm not being negative. I swear to God, I'm just curious. They do this thing frequently, though, where they'll have someone like figure something out that, to me and my logic, isn't necessarily the truth. It's just the character thinks that, but then is always revealed to be the concrete truth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's going to get 12 of them based off of Will's painting.
Yeah. They just did some. And I think you're supposed to literally now be like, yeah, he wants 12. And that kind of annoys me because I'm like, based on what? Yeah. They did it last season.
12 pillars to put people on.
I made a big, long recap view. Yeah, but he painted that, Steve, on a wall, like from memory. And so he counted them accurately in that emotional moment while he was watching. Also, simultaneously watching his mom get mauled by a Demogorgon. He counted them.
A great artist.
I felt the same way last season when Max was like, the clock always chimes 4 times.
Okay. If someone was trying to murder me in a dream hellscape, I'm not counting the clock chimes.
All right. That's fine. What I'm talking about is when Dustin is figuring everything out in the Wheeler dining room, and he's telling, I think, Erica and Lucas, and he says, if Demogorgons were the Mind Flayer's foot soldiers, Vecna is his 5-star general. And we've always wondered, is that the truth, or is that just what Dustin thinks? Because Vecna might actually be the leader. And every one of my audience has been like, you're an idiot. Dustin literally told you he's the general, the Mind Flayer. And I'm like, that shouldn't count, but you're right that it probably does.
But also,
that's literally just a kid figuring something out.
Again, if you have seen the Broadway show, it adds fuel to the fire that maybe he's not fully in charge and that the Mind Flayer is the one controlling everything.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's a struggle.
That's what I'm saying is the play revealed that Dustin was right. And so it's like, I'm fine with that. It's just, it's kind of, now that I'm used to it, I just have to like think less in a weird way, I guess. Like I just take, when Robin says, it's like when I was working at the station and I would get a signal too close, it would overload it. It's like that means that's what's going on in this show. You know what I mean? Like, totally. You know what I mean? They're never wrong. And that's fine.
These
fine.
are genius kids.
It's just, they're really smart kids. But yeah, all in all, I think the idea that, because Will getting his powers to me is so fucking silly and feels like an anime, which is awesome because I love anime and it's like the coolest thing ever. And like, I think if you're into anime, when that moment happens, you already have this subconscious like bias in a good way to be like, fuck yeah. But also it is a really beautiful, satisfying, emotional conclusion because Will is a closeted homosexual who has like battled with self-loathing. His dad was verbally abusive to him his entire life. Everyone around the town has bullied him for being different. And then he became the zombie boy and it got exacerbated and worse. And he struggled with this for what is to us 9 years, but what is to him 5 years. And
that's like half his life.
Yes. And so when he, through Robin's monologue, accepts himself, believes in himself, because there's a line earlier when Joyce, that's the theme of this whole episode, because when Joyce is talking about Derek and shitting on Lucas for shitting on Derek, you know, when people believe in themselves, they can do anything, you know, like you're not and Robin's like, what do you think? You're a Navy SEAL? Like you've saved the world several times. Like the whole theme of this episode is that the ordinary kids can do extraordinary things. And I'm about to cry because, you know, as a chubby poor, this kind of stuff. That's why I love the movie A Knight's Tale so goddamn much, right? Like this is like my jam. I think this is such an important message, especially since the show is geared toward a younger audience. So when Will does that, I'm weeping.
He changes his stars.
He does.
Yeah.
Because he just accepts himself for who he is. He believes in himself. And that's how he's able to tap into that power. And it's a little silly that Vecna just takes his greatest threat and drops him and walks away. But it's also beautiful because he's like, you're nothing. What are you even going to do? I don't even have to kill you. I'll just.
I stole my whole plan is based on how much of a loser you are.
Yeah, exactly.
You're such a dork.
He's looking at me. He's like, too old. Drops him.
Thematically, it works so well that he's just like, pfft. But he did the wrong guy. That guy's got juice. I got the wonky eyes too, bud.
I kind of love what they did with the marketing because that final trailer makes it look like he kidnaps Will. It's like, you're going to help me one last time. And then we finally get to this moment in the show and he's just like, he's not there for Will. I thought that's a nice because I was expecting like, when's he going to take Will? What's all that stuff? And then that's not the case. Now he might still do it later. But
they took different dialogue and put it over that scene and stuff. And there was a scene from the trailer where Will is like, rah, and that's not in this. But I think everything else we saw from the trailer was in part 1.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so.
And maybe even that just isn't even in the show anymore. They just were fucking with you, took that out or something.
I saw a trailer last night that had a lot of stuff that I hadn't seen, and I think most of it was in this episode. But there were still a couple.
There'll be another trailer leading up to part 2, probably.
Yeah, and stuff. Yeah. Oh,
unfortunately.
For sure.
I think the Hopper fake out.
How many times can you do that?
I went on a journey with that.
Yeah.
Because at first I was furious because like, oh my God, you're going to kill Joyce's boyfriend again. You're going to like orphan Elle again, you know, because they try to make it so like this is happening with the music and because the reveal is pretty impactful that he's strapped up.
I'm so proud of you, kiddo. Let me actually be honest with you and have the conversation that I couldn't have had with you last time.
But
he called her Jane.
As he walks up to the door and he gets the flashbacks of Sarah, and again, you guys know the Sarah flashbacks work for me every single time. I started thinking, you know what? It's too painful to be alive without his baby girl. I get it. You know what I mean? I'm going to
go make my own vest tonight.
I started to,
just to have my hands.
I started to accept and cheer on his death.
You were choosing doorway number 2?
And then, when he comes back out, and it's very obvious that Kali was in there. Because when he comes back for sure, it's like for sure.
You kid, I didn't kill myself.
he's like, well, I started to think, oh, thank God, that would have been so dumb. I'm so back. You know what I mean? Like I was on such a back and forth journey with this idea.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I even thought Will might die when Vecna was holding him. Because I thought, I think that would hit. I think that would land as like a shock.
I thought Joyce might bite it at one point when she stood up to Vecna with the axe. I was like, is he gonna fucking kill Joyce? That's nuts.
What if he like hit her with the Ramirez, like, they just went.
Oh no.
I don't think that's ever going to happen. Anything like that.
What's your damage, Heather?
Andy, we can talk. I want to talk about, I basically wish this was Sunday and we were just talking about future stuff. I'm so sorry. But I know when they revealed Jonathan's engagement ring. Yeah. You said, oh, he's toast. Do you still believe that? Like that's the equivalent of today's my last day and then I retire?
For sure. Yeah, I do. I think that it's going to be like, well, I don't know. It could go to, there's two doors that they could open with this. It could be this is the moment that Nancy realizes that Jonathan is not the one for her. And even though he proposed, like he self-actualizes in some other way other than, needing the validation of his girlfriend. Or she accepts and then he dies. One of the two. Those are our doors. Or doorway 3, they live happily ever after, but I doubt it.
Doorway 4, they get married. Robin has the Tammy Thompson talk with Steve, and he accepts himself fully. And all three of them get married, and it's a throuple.
I think the throuple is the best idea. Nobody wants to hear, like in the outward fandom wants to, because there's like Jancy or Stancy, and I'm the only sane motherfucker over here going, they're in high school, they should all split up and never talk to each other again because they're going to be completely different people in 5 years.
Well, dude, Hawkins has a proud history of high school couples staying together their entire lives.
I think that comes out of fashion somewhere in the 90s, like right around the rise of Tupac.
Yeah.
It's unrelated, but it's just,
Our thoughts on marriage died with Tupac. That's what some people are saying.
Yeah. I was a rambling, incoherent mess because I was so scared to like introduce a couple of the negative criticisms that I have. And I'm sorry for that to our listeners. I fucked that up royally. I don't think I crushed my overall thoughts at all.
What were your favorite moments?
Well, why don't we
just
say that?
Just a bat. Well, oh, yeah, that's true.
That's a whole segment we do at the end.
Oh, yeah. Why don't we, let me hear your favorite moments later on in the episode.
I'm so excited for what they do with Max, what they're doing with Max. I think I know what they're going to do based on some stuff that they said they were inspired by, and I'm excited to talk about that. I think the Will stuff, it sounds like a negative, the anime and all this stuff. Those are all complimentary ways of describing what it is, and I'm so excited. And we can talk on Sunday about like what kind of powers do we think he has, and what are the rules. The 11 stuff is so fun and cool. Oh, I don't think Linda Hamilton's doing a great job. That's what I was trying to get at. Like I think Noah Schnapp is like hit or miss, and a couple of the other kids just have some bad dialogue that they're given from time to time. Like Caleb McLaughlin, when he runs into the barn, he's so obviously fake out of breath and, shit like that. Just kind of like, oh, okay. But I think Linda Hamilton's kind of doing a bad job. I don't think she's menacing or cool in any way. I don't know if she's like fully on board with this. I think they hired her because she's Linda Hamilton from the 80s.
I just want to know what that character's damage is.
And she was like, hell yeah, but she's not giving it her all,
Yeah, I don't think anything about her performance has said, I am a big bad. She feels like another Owens, where it's like, I am doing the science thing and I'm working for dim governments. But
I think that might be the twist. It's that she's not even that bad of a person or something, because the way she's like, I've been looking for you for a long time, girl. And then 11 is just like, I'll kill your fucking family. And she's like, oh, rude.
Like, ow, ow.
That hurts. I mean, it's a little diabolical with the tentacle stuff. For sure. That also pissed me off because she's like, it likes it cold. And he knows way more about that stuff than you do. Yeah. I promise you, he's dealt with it more.
That's okay. Like, because if he could talk, he'd probably be like, yeah, duh.
He's just all cunty about it. Like,
season 2, lady, catch up. Come on.
Do it tighter.
Wait till you see what they do with pumpkins.
Oh, no.
Any hoozle, yeah, I think they crush this. I think the world in general is, because like so many people were so dismissive over the last couple of years I've had to deal with. The show's dead, give it up. It's been too long. And then every one of those motherfuckers was tuned in on November 26th. And like the edits and all the fan reactions are going crazy right now. It's probably the most watched thing that Netflix has ever had. I would almost guarantee it. And then Christmas night, everybody's going to be tuned right in. It's going to be huge.
Yeah.
It's going to be huge.
Absolutely.
You guys ready for the scene by scene?
Born ready.
I think so.
I'm sorry I messed up my overall thoughts so badly. There's
do
so much to
anything.
talk about. I don't know where to go with it, you know?
Did nothing of the sort.
Well, let's take a brief break to hear from one of our sponsors. And we are back, and Netflix describes Sorcerer thusly. The military tightens its grip on the town. Mike, Lucas, and Robin orchestrate a daring escape. Elle comes face to face with the enemy. That's exactly what happens. It's exactly what happens, guys.
Is that a spoiler? Are they saying that Kali's
the enemy?
I believe they meant Dr. K. You silly
Probably.
bastards.
I'm just reading way too into things like people are off to do.
I don't think Gary typing the synopses is ever going to reveal anything to you. He doesn't even know what's going on. Gary at Netflix. Shout out Gary.
Who's 11?
It opens with Joyce talking to Derek, trying to calm him down, who again, it has a really built-in high tolerance to benzos. And so he's just up and everybody's like, oh shit, what do we do?
His family's still dead.
Yeah, they're all still passed out. I'm sure, Tina probably OD'd and died or something based on the... Well, yeah, she gave her...
She got the straight syringe. Yeah.
Some separate injection.
Like Eric is like, I gave her meth. And
Well, she'd just be awake.
Oh, that's true. Fentanyl.
But she tries to educate Derek on the true nature of Mr. What's going on here. I'm just a mom. That's my son. Zombie boy. And then
Do you know
Derek...
who I am? Evil child kidnappers.
I can see why you would think that. And it looks like he's listening, but then he makes a break for it as soon as he's untied.
He straight up clotheslines Joyce.
Yeah, knocks her down.
That visual of that kid just, girl, lady.
I love Will tackling Derek for some reason.
That's so un-Will-like.
You hurt my mommy.
He's not. Yeah, exactly. I'm her boy. And the fact that Derek is terrified of Erica is really funny too. Because she's like, come on, motherfucker. And he's like,
I'm going in the loft.
I don't want to spell America. So he climbs up to the loft, knocks Robin down, and says, suck my fat one, which is the first time he's taken possession of the fat one.
Yeah.
Which I talked about that last week. That iteration would make more sense. And I was kind of vindicated with this. He's growing as a person.
He saved it for the big moment.
That's right.
Everybody gets an arc, you know?
Exactly. Everyone else can suck a generic fat one. You specifically, mine. That's right. And Robin, I love her. Jesus. Like, she's so taken aback.
There's so much like phallic dialogue in this episode. It's incredible.
Yeah, it really is.
As for me, I like dick. Well, not that, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm going to make it soft.
We'll get
Wait
there.
to get to that.
Will gets the goosies in this moment when he's up on the loft and he knows that the Demogorgons are on their way. And then when it busts through the front door, Joyce makes a stand with an axe that she finds. She's holding it all derpy and it does bother me, but it is cool. But it works because we find out she's not actually scaring it. If she were, I would hate it.
Oh my gosh, is that Winona Ryder? Why is Winona Ryder trying to hit me with an axe? Jesus Christ. I love Beetlejuice.
More people should watch A Scanner Darkly.
They should.
I feel like he's a Linklater fan, the demo. I think, it doesn't work until you find out later that Will is backing it up. I don't like the sentence that Will is backing it up, but you know what I mean.
yeah, he is.
But Steve runs over the Demogorgon as it steps out into the road.
Oh, yeah.
It's great. The Dustin is more Dustin-y in this next 5 minutes than he's been in the entire season because he's all giggling and
Feels
screaming.
alive.
Yeah, he's I guess too distracted by the adrenaline to be mopey. But it runs off in fear through the gate and Dustin's like, it flipped. And this is where Steve realizes that the gates are like peanut butter boppers.
That was so funny.
There's so much bopper product placement in this season.
Have you guys ever had peanut butter boppers?
Yeah. No.
One of the Duffers definitely had to love them. I just love how he casually says that to everyone in the car. And people are like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, I love when they're almost to it. They're all scared they're actually going to crash and die.
It's not a bopper. Oh my God.
It's not a bopper. That's what Dustin is screaming. Stop. It's not a bopper.
We won't crash. It's like a bopper.
Because Jonathan and Dustin are against this plan. And it's Nancy that agrees with Steve because she's all like, we got to save Holly, right? She doesn't even care. And it's a terrible plan because we haven't even talked about this, or the show hasn't even addressed it. How are they going to get back? There's only one exit gate, and like you can't drive a car to that. It's into the military compound. And what are they going to do if they find? It's just a dumb plan. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, desperate times call for desperate measures.
I get it. But Will, when he's like seizing out through his connection with the hive mind, he sees the kids that are stuck at like what we later find out is the core of this wall of this new Vecna lair.
Yeah, and Vecna already has 3 kids. Holly plus 2 more.
We don't know who those 3 kids are, and I think that that's interesting as well. Like, because we know Holly's missing.
Well, Holly's one of those kids.
No, but there's 3 more.
Oh, yeah.
Because 3 kids disappeared the night after Holly disappeared. And they weren't remarked. Like, this is when we find that out. And it wasn't news or anything like that. We don't know who those kids are. And then that's when they do that goofy math that it's like, it's accelerating. It was 1 on the first night, 3 on the second, which means 12. And I'm like, okay. And it really doesn't matter because all you need to know, Steve, is how many does he want?
12.
That's goddamn right.
Maybe
Why?
73.
Because he's Jesus and he wants his apostles.
Oh.
Is it like a Jesus thing, maybe?
I'm
hope
a
not.
big fan.
What Derek is going to be a Judas for sure.
Absolutely.
Thrice he denied me. Then we go to the Debbie Miller in the Miller's house, and her dog Jelly does not like cops. He's like,
Jelly. It's
"Hey,
such
Cap."
a good name for a dog.
You guys both love the name Jelly.
Oh, Jelly.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
You don't like food? Are you
You
one of those
just
people
don't
that
like
hate
joy.
food names for dogs?
Cupcake. Yeah.
Snickers.
Jelly is just
Brisket.
funny. You could go to the dog park and then before you let him off his leash go, I don't think you're ready for this, Jelly. There is that joke.
Yeah, and then you can get a friend for Jelly and name it Peanut Butter. So you got peanut butter and jelly.
Okay. Or jam. And
Ooh.
it must be jelly because jam don't shake like that.
Preserves. Come here.
Or donut. It could be jelly donut when they're together.
Oh, Donut's cute.
Oh,
You're
Donut
right.
is
Jelly
better.
works better if there's 2 dogs with themed names. That's true.
I did one time see someone who had 2 dachshunds and they were named Ketchup and Mustard.
I don't like that.
Mustard was a fitting name for that dog. If you had eyes on that dog, you're like, oh yeah, that's a Mustard. But the Ketchup dog didn't work for me.
No.
No.
Poor dude.
It reminds me of the Sadie Sink L outtake thing. Have you ever seen that?
I'm ketchup and I'm mustard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're ketchup and mustard. It's when they knock on the door with Billy and Heather.
Oh, and they're
wearing the
raincoats?
raincoats. Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's
That's
fun.
cute.
They're fun kids. But the military police are there for the Miller girl. And yeah, Lucas and Mike, I don't even remember what they're doing, but they're riding their bikes and they see, oh no, they're rounding up all the kids. So Steve and the gang are driving into the Roan Hill Cemetery. Is this where Billy's buried or is it a different one?
Yes.
It is. Okay. Which is almost to the county line at this point, and they're losing the Demogorgon. It's picking up speed. Dustin and Steve start arguing again, of course, because that's all they do now. And while they're not paying attention, they crash into the big goo wall. Joyce is trying to reach them. I don't know why this person has like a ham radio in their barn, but they do, and Joyce is using it to try to find them.
Maybe that's probably theirs because that barn is abandoned.
It's the McCorkle farm. Oh, they set up like a whole like DVD player radio there, though?
I think so.
And there's power at this abandoned barn?
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them to get power there.
The McCorkles are still paying that bill?
They said that the
To who? The energy
farm
company
was
is a
abandoned.
secret agent lab. That's a question, too. I
don't know.
How does anybody have power in this town?
There's
knows?
holes in the plot. That's all we're saying.
How does the utilities work in Hawkins? That's what I need to know.
Got him.
Fuck all this magic.
Ever since the Hawkins lab utility vans left, everyone's just getting free power and they don't know what to do
Yeah,
with
they're
it
like,
all.
just, Tad's like, just don't say anything, Karen.
The town used to be able to power a fucking gate creator at the mall.
The key. But yeah, she doesn't know. They're not answering. And then Robin runs out. You want to see where they're headed? Will's doing that thing. We found some paint. And Joyce is like, oh boy, I love his drawings.
I love watching him make art.
I don't know why I made her sound like Mickey Mouse. Will's using his mouse tool.
Oh boy.
But Will's painting again what he saw while he was like under the influence. And Derek points out once he gets a little Vecna Henry 1 backstory, that's too many names. Little Duffer's playing coy, little meta joke there. And Will's like, I saw some shit. Vecna didn't want me there. I could tell. This is like some super secret, awesome shit. And Robin says, well, you've never been that close to the hive mind before. It was like an overload. She does that whole metaphor. Is that true? Because it hasn't, Will's been close to like a demo dog before, right?
I think they're just saying not since this new development started occurring.
Definitely since the last episode. Yeah, it's the closest he's been. Because wasn't that like episode 2 or 3 that new development happened?
Episode, yeah.
Where was that one? The Spinny.
The Spinny?
The Spinny happened in
that was one.
Yeah, for sure.
When he explained how he was getting close to the hive mind, I think that was the very beginning of 3. But he experienced it at the end of 2.
Yeah.
And technically that demo dog was in the upside down. So when he theoretically like passed by him. So maybe now that he's in our world, he has even a stronger connection to it. I don't know.
It works. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's now that he's grown up a little bit. Now it's activating.
He got one of the talks from Robin earlier, so he's feeling a little bit better.
And this is where they figure out that Holly so she's not physically with Max. She's tied to the spire and hooked up to one of those like will hoses. And there's a bunch more kids. He wants 12 total, and they want us. Okay, maybe we can save the remaining kids and distract Vecna and give everyone else more time to stop him, because that's what they assume they're doing down in the Upside Down. At that point, Mike and Lucas show up. I guess they heard some of that while they were biking in, because they're like, more bad news. Not just that.
They've been doing circles around the barn, waiting for their time to interject. All right, well, right now. Oh, no, Robin's talking. Hold on.
We saw that the government is taking kids. We cut to Dr. K, who's talking to Lieutenant Colonel Sullivan about these missing kids, and she believes that 11 is taking them, and whether it's to save them or hurt them doesn't actually matter, is what she says. All we know is that she wants them, so they're rounding up all the kids there so that the next time 11, quote unquote, comes to take them, they'll be there to catch her. And she's like, give up on Akers. I never liked him anyway. He's dead for sure. Report to the Max Z.
Sullivan's not thrilled about it. Ramirez definitely is not thrilled about
Yeah,
it.
he's like, you're using kids as bait, dude? That's not cool.
Seems reckless, don't you think?
And she's like, bitch says what? And he's like,
What?
you're right, salute.
Yes, ma'am.
Because he gives up so easily. But he tries a little bit, you know?
It's only reckless if you don't protect them.
You saying you can't protect him? You saying you're a bitch? No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. I'm a big, strong boy. Man. Big, strong man.
Holly and Max are at a river. We get more Max. I love Max.
Yay. How are you enjoying Max in this spooky memory world?
I have some questions.
Sure.
Should I ask them now? No, we'll get there in a second.
Okay.
But I'm sure you can answer. I just have like a loose understanding.
I don't know if I can.
But Holly has a boo-boo. That's one of my questions. You can get hurt down there?
She scraped her knee.
Mentally.
Yeah.
It's just a mental projection.
She's patching up a mental projected boo-boo. And she's like, I haven't seen anyone in a really long time. So she's been running around in this dream world for 18 months, I assume. And Holly does remember Max. Yeah, you're Max Mayfield with the skateboard and the Walkman you never take off.
And also, you're in a coma.
That's right.
I saw you do that sweet kick flip that one time.
That's a fair question. And she lives in a crack in the wall. She takes her to her quote unquote home. And she admits that she's the one that wrote that note. Holly's a little freaked out by that, but she proves her identity by telling us all a story of how Mike once tried to get a hot orange mohawk. And she used the word hot as
People
ironic.
saying negative. I think I'm being honest.
That's right. I've seen edited photos of Finn Wolfhard in that mohawk, and it's funny. You guys should check that out. Highly recommended. Max has been living in this crack, I guess, a long time, because she's got all this stuff around there. And that's what I don't understand. I'll just ask it. When she tells the story eventually, like later in the episode, she says she walked through all these different memories, kind of trying to find a way out, and eventually heard the Kate Bush. Or no, she heard the Kate Bush, and that's why she was exploring. She's trying to find it, right? How long was she doing that? Because I think the way the scene is shot implies that when she almost went home, it's the scene that we saw with Lucas playing it. But that can't be, because that just happened.
Yeah.
And she implies that she gave up on escaping long ago. So that has to like have happened many times, I guess. And if that was, say, 6 months ago that she almost got out, and Lucas just plays that song for her all the time, she should still keep just trying, because that hole will be open again. But she's scared of Henry, I guess. But
yeah, she's worried Henry's just waiting, because now he knows she's there.
Yeah.
I think maybe they're kind of implying that maybe she does go out and at least root around. Maybe she doesn't go towards the portal because she knows he's just going to wait for her there. He doesn't have to
Well,
really
she was
search for her.
for sure spying on the Creel house,
Yeah.
and spotted Holly getting shit out of the
And that's how she
mailbox.
has all her shit in the cave. I think she's going to other memories like,
Looting.
oh yeah, I love that horse, and takes that back to the cave.
I always
cave with
wanted
her.
a little parasail umbrella thing.
Yeah.
That's true. That's how she would get the stuff, is looting. You know what she reminds me of?
What?
Jumanji.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
What year is it?
she's telling Holly, what year is it? But I also think, again, more of maybe this isn't the Eggo, and you can just stop me if it is, Steve, because you know more about the play than I do. I think where she is Nevada.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, she's like, we're in a memory. There's 1,000 memories. This is a prison. And Holly's like, oh no, my DUIs have caught up to me. Miss Harris is with the kids on the bus. She has what I like to describe as my own personal hell. Like later when she's in the camp with the kids, I'm like, oh my God, let me out. They'll be fine.
How did she get conscripted into that?
I'm sure she volunteered. Did you see that movie with Matthew McConaughey called The Lost Bus?
No.
Based on a true story. That's what it reminds me of. Because like the teacher gets on the bus with the kids in the fire. She's just a good teacher. You know what I mean? So I think that's what's going on. And she's like, well, I'll go with the kids to the prison.
Hello? Yes. Hello, military. It's me. I hear you've got a plan. I want in. You sent us something fun about this actor.
Yeah, it's kind of an Eggo, but apparently Miss Harris, the actor who plays Miss Harris, I've misplaced her name, but she was the Duffers drama teacher back in the day.
That's fun.
And so she's never, I don't think she has any other acting credits. This is like that's our friend, you know, kind of thing. Cool. So it's actually touching. Yeah.
I'm kind of an asshole because I was editing the previous episode last night when you texted us that. And I looked at it and it's like, Mrs. Harris. I'm like, who the fuck is that? I was so confused. And like, I sat here for a minute, like, who does he mean? I don't know.
Miss Frizzle. Yeah, she tells the kids they're going on a learning expedition. Let's just see it that way. And Erica is on watch at like the military camp. And she says the cargo has arrived. We realized that through the planning of the crew that the tunnels that from season 2, one of the tunnels goes right under the barracks where they think the kids will be housed.
Dick.
And then we get the dick. And she's like, oh,
Did
sorry.
I say that out loud?
I thought I was thinking it. I kind of didn't like this because I like my Eggos discovered.
Yeah, this is a spot on. This is what we're referencing.
So now I get no credit for having seen The Great Escape and known, you know what I mean, Steve?
I wasted 3 hours of my life.
Great movie.
It is a great movie.
I'm just saying they rarely call it out like this.
Yeah.
Like the movie Great Escape, you know what I mean? And so it's less cool.
I mean, they call out other pop culture things all the time, but when they're actually doing something for the story and plot, usually it's more implied.
Yeah, they're not like, oh, Will's totally Reagan in The Exorcist right now. They don't usually do that.
Yeah. I'm glad I watched Great Escape, though, because this moment hits harder for me because I remember watching Great Escape like, oh, Tom, Dick, and Jerry, I bet that'll come up in the show. And it did. And then they start playing the theme song from the movie.
The score hits.
Yeah.
And it's also cool that the escape itself doesn't actually work because it rarely does in that movie either. Or never.
Spoiler alert for a movie that's like 50, 60 years old.
But yeah, Tom, Dick, and Harry, she goes on to explain the plot of Great Escape and then says, bizarrely, it's a joke that is strange for this show. Because Robin says, and me personally, I like Dick. And everyone just kind of goes, ooh, what? And I get it because like they're all kids and that would totally land that way.
Derek goes, yeah, she does.
It's weird because Mike looks at Will, which is just a weird edit. Like, hey,
wait, you?
Samesies. And then Robin awkwardly goes, because she's a lesbian. Actually, never mind, and gets really uncomfortable, but everybody kind of graciously moves on.
But she says she likes Dick because the tunnel that she's calling Dick goes to the washroom.
Yes.
And she's like, I like that option.
Correct. That's what you meant to say. I like Dick. And then Mike has the idea, oh, we'll use an inside man, somebody who can just walk right in there and never be suspected, because Derek is one of the kids that they're supposed to be arresting that is still on the lam. And he's over there eating Doritos like, huh?
What?
We cut to Akers, who breaks free from his bonds in the bus where Hopper tied him. And Hopper and 11 are scouting at the Upside Down base. And Hopper's like, dude, I hope you're right about Vecna being in there because we're going to die trying to get in there probably. By the way, Steve, I know you don't give up. You just don't give up. But it is described in this scene when Hopper says, you heard the kryptonite. That's the only evidence you have that Vecna's in there. I'm just saying they use those words specifically. He didn't say your powers are paralyzed by the for sure kryptonite that was in there. He says you heard kryptonite.
Counterpoint. Because you're
Ooh,
right. I
knew he
never,
was
I
gonna do
never
it.
give up. Who's the only one that can hear them?
We all can.
What? Hear what?
The
kryptonite?
the sonic kryptonite. Who's
11.
the only one that hears them? 11. What happens when she hears them?
She's paralyzed.
Boom. There you go.
Oh, you think it's a hearing that does it?
Well, when they're
Like, because it like hurts her ears and makes her.
Well, I don't know if it's technically hearing, but like I was just using the verb that you use here. But when they're driving and they have the sound, the audience can't hear it, Hopper can't hear it, but she's like, and it's got like the sonic wave. So I think hearing is a okay word.
Sonic doesn't play hearing, yeah.
But yeah.
I don't agree, but I fucking I respect the shit out of that twisting and of it, you know? By heard, that implies it did hit her. You know what I mean? Like, I respect
And
that.
as we know from Holly, you can get hurt in the dream world via scraping.
Well, not the same thing, but I respect it. Again, I do. She wants to jump the fence, and Hopper's like, it's too dangerous. I'm not going to let you do that. This is real shit. You've just been jumping for play. This is jumping for serious. And she's like,
If you jump in the game, you jump for real.
Yeah, that's right. Plus, the people are going to make fun of me if I say this word. The roofs are metal. The roofs.
Oh, you have a hard time saying that word too? I do too.
Well, I'm just overthinking it now because everybody makes fun of my wolf. Roofs. Roof. Is it roof?
Roofs.
It's roof. But
Roof.
Say plural roof, though.
Roofs.
You probably said it right. I just think it's so funny. Yeah. The roof is metal. It's not on fire.
Roofs.
And she says, I'll time it with the thunder. And Hopper's like, okay.
That is a really good response. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, I'll time it with the thunder.
And she has realized, because there's no actual weather in the Upside Down, that this thunder just happens every 7 seconds, which is funny. There is a flaw in the show, and it's so stupid, doesn't matter at all. But we stay in this scene for longer than 7 more seconds after the thunder. And I wanted it to hit in the background while they continued talking about other things. And it just doesn't. And I think that's lazy. You know what I mean?
They're going to have to go back and retcon every other season
to make sure the thunder hits. Why didn't the production team use Imagine Dragons when she was jumping over the fence? Because that would have been amazing.
Or AC/DC, that would be more appropriate.
Thunder, lightning, and the thunder. How fun would that have been? I'm kidding. Or am I?
If you want an 80s song, you just use AC/DC's Thunder.
That's too actually cool. Thunderstruck.
I want Thunder Road. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Yeah.
don't make me cry, Andy.
Dustin radios in to Hopper, who I guess his signal could now reach because they're both in the Upside Down. But we were talking.
I love the way that he says, "Oh, you don't? Yeah, we're in the Upside Down.
What are you doing here?" You know, because they don't even know that Hopper and Elle are alive. So they're like, they're alive. Yes. You know, meet us at Roan Cemetery Church. And Dustin, it's brilliant acting. Because again, his character has changed so much because he's kind of an angry little fucker now. He's like miking it up hard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
So in this scene, it's interesting that Dustin's like really annoyed by the whole process that they always do, kind of, is the way that I read it. You know what I mean? He's like, we're in the Upside Down because we drove a car. We're trying to track it. Do you have any more questions? Anything else I can tell you? Like, I hate everything we always do. I'm tired of this. And why am I always this guy? It's interesting.
I will help you out because that's my role, but I'm kind of over it.
Exactly.
I think that's like a fun little meta thing where like they constantly have to catch each other up on things because they, by nature of the show, they split everybody off into little pairings and stuff. And so, it's the writers being like, okay, any questions?
Concerns.
Moving on.
And I love that Hopper has one. Okay, what's the wall? Dude, you know which wall it is. Like, if they're just crashed into like the McCorkle's brick wall, they suck.
Well, he's asking because he also ran into the wall, but he was in a completely different place because Dustin just said, we're at Roan Cemetery.
Right.
Side of
He's
town.
like, wait, hang on. What's that wall look like?
I hit the same thing, but it was a quarter mile southeast of the old Hagen Bridge. And if I was this kid, like I love, because my son, I drive him around all the time, right? And sometimes he'll be like, oh, mom took me to that bowling alley. And I'll be like, oh, was it in Newport? He'll go, I don't know, man. And I'm like, that's fair. You're a kid. So I love that Dustin said, it'd be funnier if Dustin was like, don't know where that is. Old Hagen Bridge. What are you talking about? But they're more educated than kids these days. And he's like, look, just stay put. We're working on a solution. And this enrages Nancy because she's like, Holly. Right?
She's got shit to do.
What do you mean? I've got a gun.
Yeah. I've got a gun. We've got parts of a car.
I've got a gun and 2 boyfriends. I don't have to be stopped. That's right. Mm-hmm. Come on, boys. And at that moment, Hopper realizes he's going to let 11 jump. And I love that little smile because she's like, Dad said I can jump. That's cool. I'm also going to murder a guy. He didn't tell me I could, but he says it's okay. I bet. Max tells Holly all of the backstory, I assume. Mm-hmm. She's like, oh, okay, I accept all of that. Demogorgons? Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. And some of it is new to us because we're finding out a little bit about what's been going on with Max since we last saw her, since she quote unquote died. She woke up in the Rainbow Room and then she walks out into 1959 Hawkins High School. And Joyce Byers is there. There's an Oklahoma play. I'm sure Steve will talk about all of this in the Easter Eggos section. We do see Steve's dad, Harrington, who's also a dick. Mm-hmm. Exactly how young Steve's dad we would have, even though we've never met the man. Like I was like, yeah, that's Steve's dad for sure. Henry worked on the play.
Yeah, the Oklahoma starring Henry Creel.
I also saw Alan Munson. Is that the uncle or Eddie's dad?
That's Eddie's dad, I think, because his uncle from season 4 at least is Wayne.
That's right, Wayne. Mm-hmm. Big Money Wayne was out smoking weed probably. Mm-hmm. He was already working. He dropped out.
Think of an older character in Stranger Things, like Parents' Age.
They're in there.
They're in there.
Yeah, but I just mean on the flyer, like he's in the play.
Yeah. They're in there.
And then Holly's like, oh, it's like Camazotz because she's obsessed with A Wrinkle in Time. And Max she's like, look, in this situation, I don't know about Meg's dad. There's only 3 options. Kill yourself. And Holly's like, whoa, why is that? I don't think that's option. How's that option 1?
Oh,
first off, you're already dead. Like, kind of. Like, how do you take your own life in Dream World? Doesn't matter. We're not going to take that door. Option 2, accept your fate. Option 3, escape. And they both agree escaping is always the best one.
That sounds awesome.
She explored for a while and ended up back in the Rainbow Room after an undisclosed amount of time. And at that point, she heard Kate Bush. Is that your friend?
Kind of.
I could say that.
That was funny. Kate Bush is like, yeah, she's my friend. She make Kate money.
That's right. And it was coming from Lucas in the real world. And it's so touching because she's like, even after all this time, he hadn't given up on me. So I assume it was many months of wandering before she first heard it for the first time.
Tearing up.
Mm-hmm. Is that where you were crying?
Tearing up moment.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Steve.
And then
Ryan.
She busts through like the glass in the Rainbow Room to follow the music, but then we cut away, which is the part that Steve was talking about earlier, which was kind of a bummer. It cuts back to Derek turning himself in. And they're like, yo, that dude like hates kids. He should not be the one in charge.
No, he shouldn't.
He's like, what's up, fucker? What are you doing?
Are those laser blasters? Yeah, we're gonna blast your fucking ass off. You don't shut up, little bitch.
My school is missing. Oh, whatever. And Miss Harris is in there. Like, again, this is my own personal hell because the kids are going bananas in there. And his first question is, where might I relieve himself? Because that's his mission. Find the bathroom.
I gotta poop.
He's not dipshit Derek.
Nope.
He's delightful.
Delightful Derek. Murray is once again delivering all the stuff they need for their latest plot. It's like digging tools and such. And he even made a little room in the truck for the kids.
Santa's sleigh is ready for his reindeer.
Good thing he padded that.
Yeah.
Do you think they did that because they knew they were going to crash it later and they didn't want people
Absolutely,
worrying
sure.
about the kids? That's funny. It's just like not a plot hole. We padded it.
Mangled body.
You know, the Redditors were going to be like, no way all those kids survived that crash.
Oh, they're probably writing that right now.
Don't want to break any eggs en route.
Derek did his job. He measured it 45 of his paces. So they're able to know exactly in the tunnel where to dig to get into the bathroom. And this is, he's reminded that he is delightful Derek. 11 is doing the jump barefoot so she can be quieter when she lands on the metal roof, I presume.
That roof wasn't metal.
He was glassy looking, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. It was glass or plastic or something. Like, you're liars.
And you know when she
see
like,
right through it.
Like when she slid down, like, yeah, the thunder probably hit her landing, and then
And then she hit smaller roofs.
Yeah, you would definitely hear like,
tops of buildings running along. Oh well,
sir, I think there's probably a child-sized person running on the side on top of our roof.
Yeah, she should have taken the socks off too, so she had better grippies. You know what I'm saying?
She does.
I'll get one of those like trampoline park socks. That
If she had those on hand, that'd be ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah. She had to take the J's off. And she counts for the jump and then booyah from the trailer. Oh, it's
so
awesome.
cool.
It's awesome. And then Hopper's watching, like, wait, you're too early, because she jumps on the watchtower too early, makes a big bang before the thunder. And that dude sucks at his job. Huh? Oh, it's that girl. I love that she goes, sorry.
Like, sorry.
I'm going to snap your spine.
You gots to die.
She takes his key card and lets hop her in. And he's like, nice job, by the way. And she's all proud. She got a pat on the back.
Thank you for teaching me and for trusting me.
Always. And again, they're setting up in this moment for like a big death.
Sacrifice.
They're teasing you. Derek is trying to gather the Mr. What's-It acolytes in the camp. And he reaches the wrong kids at first. And they're like, you're weird now. Well, monsters are going to come and kill all of you. So ha! He's turned into that kid. What's his name from Simpsons? Debbie Miller is one, though. The kid that we met earlier is one of the acolytes of Mr. What's-It. And Lucas is upset that the fate of the world depends on Derek Turnbow. This is where he gets a talking to by Robin. What are you, a Navy SEAL, right? And
Joyce is like, sometimes people need others to believe in them, and that's all they're missing. And say what you will about Derek, he's taken his job very seriously. He's going above and beyond to be delightful.
He is delightful, Derek. He's got all kinds of skills we didn't know about. He contains multitudes. And Mike ends up talking to Will in this scene. And ultimately, the point of this is that he doesn't think that Joyce is the one that scared the Demogorgon away. He's like, I love your mom. She's badass. She's 5'3". Yeah. He's like, maybe you have power. Maybe you can pull the strings too. Maybe you're a sorcerer. And
because you got powers that are innate, and we need some magic up in here.
Robin watches them talk, and this is when it hits her that he needs a talking to.
Ooh, wrong one.
That's his Tammy. That's his Tammy
Thompson.
I see what's going on here.
Mike Wheeler's such a dud.
And he doesn't know that Steve the Hare Harrington is going to steal Mike away from him.
Yeah.
Like he always does.
He swoops in with that goddamn beautiful hair.
Dustin is working something out in the car. He's just like, wants to be alone. He's in the BMW in the wall.
Panic grabs a map. We should all keep maps in our car just in case. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have a map?
No, I ain't got no map. You got
I have a map. Yeah.
I got a map on my
It's
phone.
of Cambodia. It's not of any use, but it's nice to have just in case. Nancy is restless and Steve backs her up and Jonathan turns on Steve. What about you fucking dipshit dork? And fucking bopper, whatever. And because Steve, I'm glad Dustin's not in there because his idea is dumb. There might be a door or something, which is kind of a fair maybe, but also like, why would there be a door? And then Jonathan's like, a door. But then, Nancy defends Steve. And Jonathan's like,
this is my sister, and we can't just sit here.
And Nancy's like, maybe there's not like a door. That's dumb, but there could be a way around it. It can't go on forever. And Dustin barges in. There isn't, because every barn in this town sound carries.
He was walking around outside waiting for the perfect time.
He says, based on my algebra, the wall is a circle. Now, I'm dumb at math. In college, I took math for liberal arts. That's how dumb at math I am. But I was under the impression that algebra was the one that's like A plus B, or no, it's like
A squared plus B squared equals C squared Pythagoras.
Yeah, it's like 8x.
Look at you,
so
big brain.
Well, that's Pythagoras, that's geometry. But you got to solve for X is algebra. And I thought what he was doing with shapes is called trigonometry.
I think that's geometry, the shape thing.
Well, yeah, but
I think
trig is like the triangulating to be able to find things like with 3 points. And he was finding a thing with 3 points.
The angles and the sides of a triangle, you can solve for the unknown side. I thought that was fucking, I don't know. I was an English major. I cheated.
I'm sure they're right because they have so many people to check this. I just was confused. That's all. I'm just throwing it out there so we can get some fun emails.
Algebra in simple words, a branch of mathematics that uses variables, letters, to represent unknown numbers in equations, building on arithmetic by using these symbols to find solutions.
Exactly. Now, what is trigonometry? Is it where you use 3 points to find places of things or something?
Is that where you do like sine, cosine, and tangent?
I think so.
There's so many people listening to this who are like, these fucking idiots.
Yeah. Trigonometry is a branch of mathematics that studies the relationships between the sides and angles of triangles. Okay.
It does use sine, cosine, tangent.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah, it does, dude.
Go.
There's 6 trigonometric functions, Andy, you dumb bastard.
I got 3 of them. That's half.
Geometry is a branch of mathematics that studies the properties, shapes, sizes, and dimensions of objects and spaces.
It's used in many fields, including astronomy, surveying, navigation, and engineering. I just read.
These all sound like the descriptors for the same thing.
I know, right?
Math. Our British listeners are going, it's called moths. Doesn't matter. I just was like, maybe learning something, I guess. But he says, it doesn't matter. It's a circle. Just trust me. And also, that doesn't matter. It's about the center, because all of these points that I've done the math for intersect on the map at the Department of Energy, aka the lab where it all began. That's a big coincidence. Which he's right. It couldn't possibly be a coincidence. And then he says, but I think we need to find out. And Nancy's like, a sleuth?
Where the fuck is Holly? What are we doing here?
At the lab, I guess. I think the spires will be at the lab in Hawkins, I guess. Is what that is. Maybe he's going to dig under the wall. Maybe they're going to keep on tunneling this season.
Maybe.
That's what they could do.
That's the Great Escape.
See what I'm saying? We go back to Max chasing the Kate Bush, and this is when we finally get to finish that story that she was telling. And it was Henry's memory of Max being cursed is what was behind that first initial Kate Bush hearing thing. And so she goes through all of her memories in relation to, I don't think it's her memories. I think it's
Vecna's in relation to her.
Vecna's memories.
Gonna get that little bitch.
Yeah.
He's sitting in the living room like, oh, Maxine, I've got something cooking up for you. So diabolical.
Wait, I gotta poop.
She's seen all of that. Yeah. Oh, no. And she goes all the way back to the night she was killed. And then finally she sees the portal that's been opened back to her in the hospital bed with Lucas. And I wish she had hurried up a little bit, because she could have made it. If she wasn't.
She ran.
If she wasn't
She's walking all slow. Like,
yeah.
Is that you, Lucas?
I could feel his hand on mine. But then the tape ends and he's rewinding it and the path disappears. And right then Henry shows up as Henry.
Who keeps playing Kate Bush?
I hate that song.
Jesus.
And then she runs up that hill all the way back to the crack in the wall, and he grows his strong hand. He's going to get her. I don't know what he could do to her in there, but I guess something, because we saw Holly had a scraped knee. And then we find out he's very scared of that cave. He won't go in there. So that's why she hides there most of the time. She's made that her sanctuary.
It's really neat, or at least interesting, that Henry appears mostly as Henry in the mindscape here.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
And that's why I have my big theory. I can't wait to tell you.
Ooh, can't wait.
I'm almost scared to tell you because it'll be a spoiler because it's so right. And she's like, so at that point, I basically accepted my fate until you showed up, Holly. And now I have a plan to get us out of here, but you have to go back because I don't want him to know that you've been missing. Holly's like, oh, okay. Ultimately, we don't know what Max's plan is. And that'll be a big thing that we'll discuss on Sunday. Robin hangs back to talk to Will about Tammy Thompson. And I love
that terrible singer.
I love Will's chuckle. Yeah, you laughed so hard. I love Will's chuckle at Steve the Hare Harrington. That was like some of the best acting I've seen him do. It was like so friendly with Robin specifically, and it just made me warm inside. You know what I mean? Like, oh God, you know what I mean?
He is dreamy.
Have you seen his chest? It's hairy too. And she tells the story of how she was so torn up about Tammy Thompson that she was failing classes and getting in trouble, and her whole life was wrecked until she found an old home movie of herself as a small child and how carefree and confident she used to be. And she
loved every part of herself.
I'm going to cry. And she accepted herself. And it wasn't about tone deaf Tammy. I had all the answers, right? And Will was like taking this in. He's learning. He's getting teary eyed. And then Lucas is like, yo, gays, hurry it up.
And I love how they laugh. It's such a genuine friend moment because they're having a honest moment where they're really connecting, learning something, and then, hey, knock it off. And there's that reaction of them like laughing, like we were having a good time.
Yeah.
But we got
this isn't the moment.
Yeah. we had a charmed life.
And then they finally hit Dick.
Let's hope it's not too hard.
What is up with this convo?
Oh, I'll soften it.
Oh my God.
It's the way he says that, I can't tell if he's being funny or it's going over his head what they're talking about.
That's the one that throws me off. Everything else I'm on board
I'll
with.
soften it.
I'm Lucas Sinclair. I know a thing or two about how to get it soft.
2 hands. Back up, Mike.
I got this.
It's going to get messy. Akers shows up and just like knocks on the door. I'd like to come back inside now.
Please, I'm not the thing. Let me inside now.
Elle drops that nerd's pencils. She's just bullying him.
This poor fucker.
I know, man.
This poor sweater
He's
vest
honestly,
guy.
it's like the saddest death in the show. And he doesn't have clearance for the vault. So they like put him in the closet, I guess. And Elle tries to rip it open. There's 2 vault doors, one giant one small one. She tries to rip the first one up. She might have been able to do it, but at that point, Akers has snitched and has told Dr. K presumably that they're headed for the vault. And the power cuts off, and then the Sonic the Hedgehogs come on.
They got little baby hedgehogs in the corners.
They do. Put them shits everywhere. I don't blame them. Oh, no. And Elle I love that Hopper was like, I'll get the hedgehogs turned off, I promise. And then as soon as they come on, he's like, fuck, what do we do? Hide. And she's like,
This is awful.
he doesn't do anything to help. They turn off on their own later. You should just leave. Just turn them off.
Shoot him or something.
Yeah.
God damn.
That's what I thought he was going to do, but he doesn't do that. He panics. But they reach the barracks in the tunnels, the other crew, and they bust through, but they hit a pipe. And it's like, oh shit. And it looks like they got away with it, but they didn't.
Did they say oh shit jokingly? Like, is that a beat? Because when they hit the pipe, it's like the toilet pipe. So they're getting sprayed with toilet water.
No, I don't think so. I think it was like it sounded like it was about to burst and they waited and then it was like, oh, we're good.
Because it is spraying water at them, right? Or they get water on them.
It's trickling. Yeah.
I took it that like they hit the pipe and they get like poop water. That's where like, oh shit.
Oh, you thought it was like a shit.
Because then later on,
I know what that tastes like.
They repeat the beat. Oh shit! Later when it gets worse.
That's not how I was taking it, but that's funny. Where are we at here? I've lost my notes.
Derek does visualization with the kids.
Oh, it's the little girl in the bathroom during that. She just kind of shrugs and walks out. Derek is doing this, the visualization exercise.
The water is blue.
Mom does it when she's out of Valium.
Miss Harris is like, cool.
Okay, that tracks.
I hate myself right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then his walkie in his lunchbox starts squawking and he smacks the kid with a yardstick. And that's how, I guess he's told them, when I hit you in the face, you go through the hole. So Debbie goes through first. Everything's fine. And then the next kid, we see a
Luke is busting through and he kind of like puts his elbow up like, howdy. I look cool right now, don't I?
What if he's in the wrong stall and the soldier was taking a shit?
Howdy.
The next kid gets through, but we see that one of the pipes is dented and there's water dripping. Mike goes up to investigate and there's a major leak under the sink in the bathroom. Dr. K and her troops move in to where 11 and Hopper are near the vault. She finds 11 hiding in an office, paralyzed. And she goes, 11, I've been looking for you for a very long time. You have a terrible wound.
I'm going to fucking murder you and everybody you haven't met.
Dr. K, I know who you are. I know who you've taken. And I also know that you and your men are going to die.
Okay,
Ow.
Also, friends don't lie. You should know that. And we are not going to COM promise on this.
No.
Mouth breather.
That poor lab tech gets shot 100 times.
I know. He's passed out in the closet and they light him up.
It's me. He's trying to use a fake voice. Get him. Get some. Hopper kills everyone but Akers, I think. And then they have a knife fight. And then luckily he's wearing a vest of bombs while getting shot at all that time.
Yeah, if he
really
got struck,
irresponsible,
that
by
would
the
have
way.
just taken out the whole entire.
He got
place.
shot at by a million bullets twice. Maybe he wasn't wearing them the first time, like by the wall, because they were in his pack, I guess. But yeah, really irresponsible carrying around all those bombs.
Well, would it ignite the bomb if it gets hit? I don't know. I don't know.
There's a spark, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Depending
How
if
the
it
bombs
hits the
work.
wire right.
I think you could shoot a bomb and make it go off for sure.
Maybe.
Sudden.
Well, I know like missiles, if like missiles get destroyed, but they're not armed, they won't.
That's interesting to me because they have all the boom boom juice in there.
They do. But I think it's the chemical. Well, maybe I'm talking out my ass. I don't know.
That's trigonometry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Maths.
Because there's all those like Sorcerer and Lost where it's like the old dynamite sticks. If you just bump them, they'll blow up.
Yeah.
So it's sweating.
Maybe a case by case situation.
Oh, certainly. It doesn't mean he's got nitroglycerin. Maybe he's got something else, some other kind of boom boom juice.
Yeah.
Lots of boom boom juice in the world.
Yeah.
Chemistry. That's what that is. But they have a knife fight. Good old classic knife fight. I guess it's some kind of acid he throws on Akers' face.
Oh, yeah.
Akers is maybe not dead, by the way.
Maybe not. Yeah,
Because he throws him through the thingy and the tentacle takes over.
He is incapacitated for the rest of the episode after that happens, but he probably will show up.
What if him and Sullivan are both just disfigured
scarred dudes
and angry? I think that's probably going to happen. He tackles him into the tentacle room, and Hopper gets choked out by he's not into it. A lot of people would be. He's not into being choked by the tentacle.
Pulls the carotene on him.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Dr. K shows up all smug. Oh, you like that? Robin is taking some of the kids all the way out, and Mike and Will are acting like plumbers. And
that was really funny. I don't know why. I just got a good kick out of Mike and Will like grabbing onto the pipes.
Yeah, trying to hold the water in. One of the kids slips on the water, and that's when fucking Ashley Klein walks in and snitches. Officer.
Klein is a snitch.
There's kids in the tunnel.
Lucas, we've been spotted.
Shitballs.
And Derek, Will, and Mike. Derek is a G because he tries to help hold the door shut and everything.
Yeah, he's going for it. He's taking his job very seriously. And the only time we saw maybe dipshit Derek, I would argue, not being a dipshit. It's true when you just let everyone else in class know that Ashley Klein is a snitch.
Oh, no, that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
You need to know if you're going to pull some kind of escape later on, don't let her in on this.
Yeah, suck a fat one, Ashley.
I get being surprised that there's an older man in your bathroom when you're going to potty, but it's a co-ed, like in a hole in the floor. That's not cool. But at the same time, going straight to the cops, I would go to Miss Harris, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I don't know if you know this. There's a dude peeking under one of the stalls. It is out of order. Maybe that's what they meant. You know? Yeah, but he's pulling a Hodor.
Hold the door.
Yeah. Dr. K, we cut back to her, and she's like, so you're the reason she's been so hard to track.
You're the thorn in my side.
And it's really bad, in my opinion.
Yeah, the delivery there is a little whack.
But then she says, well, why'd you bring her here? Why risk her life for the other? Talking about Kali.
The scene plays.
What do you know?
This scene's so funny because she's asking him all these questions while he's being horribly choked by a tentacle.
Oh, not going to talk, huh? What's that mean?
I can't break him.
This one's not going to talk.
And then she does the heat and cold switch thing.
It likes it cold.
11 grabs scissors, and I think she comes out and because Hopper says go to hell. I think she's pretending to try to use her powers to get her close.
She's pulling an Angela. Yeah, Angela.
Because
Dr. K's like, ooh, that's so embarrassing, girl.
I think she knew that her powers wouldn't work, and because she had the scissors, and so she's
Yeah.
like acting like a derpy derp, which isn't hard because all she has to do is remember when she used to. She couldn't find she couldn't find a roller skate. It's me trying to use my powers as a kid.
Yeah.
Because we've all tried to telepathically get the remote control into our hand, right?
Yeah.
I do that every day still to this day.
Just to see if maybe, like Will, they were dormant.
Now I know I just have to love myself fully and then maybe I can do it.
Well, that's never going to happen.
Nope.
You're cooked. She stabs Dr. K in the arm and does a little hand-to-hand, loses.
I love this little action beat where she's like, not the sharpest one, are you? Oh, you've stabbed me with a sharp object.
Oh,
So
the irony.
funny.
I respect that. And then Hopper's like, I hit women, and comes out of nowhere. Yeah. And, but she's like, it doesn't matter. Cavalry's on its way. He's like, I don't care. I'll be quick. Boom.
Boom.
Robin gets back
Show
to
ass.
Murray, and she's like, I think they're coming. I'm not sure. That last little girl is slow rolling, and Joyce is not having it. Come down here right now, or the monster's going to eat you.
Swear to God.
Which works, but not fast enough. The Hodor crew falls, and then the soldiers ultimately get Joyce and whoever that girl is. Hopper makes a hole in the wall, and tells Elle, you got to go, get to the woods. The hedgehogs can't get you out there. And she sees that he's strapped up with bombs. And I started crying.
Yeah.
He says,
Me too.
I got to make sure he goes down with me. I'm not going to risk losing you. I will not risk you. I'm so proud of you. Because think about it. He took all those bombs when he was by himself.
Yeah.
And he knew that if he ever found Vecna, he wasn't going to go back and tell Elle to go fight him. He was going to jump on him with the bomb.
Yeah.
That's what he's been doing this entire time.
It's a plan. I don't know if it would work, but I respect
Definitely
it.
wouldn't have.
Because I think he's doing the dead man trigger where he's holding the button, and if something were to happen to him, it would release and he would blow up. At least that's what he looked like. 'Cause he was.
I think it's a presser.
Is it? That's even dumber then, because then Vecna would be like, no.
Oh, if he like
Snaps his neck from 100 yards.
yeah,
Right.
exactly. But he's got to try. That's his. He's the dad.
No, I respect the game. Yeah.
And he says, I'm not going to risk losing you. I will not risk you. I'm so proud of you, everything you've overcome and everything that you are. And then he walks away.
I love you, Jane.
He calls her Jane.
Goes in the vault with her key card, leaves her in there. And I love that when he comes back out later, he knew that she wouldn't listen to him.
Yeah.
Hey, figured you were still here. You fucking stubborn punk ass.
Come in here. There's some dork that says she knows you.
I'm glad the thing with the bomb didn't pan out. You would have died, you stupid ass. The whole building was going to go up. Yeah, and he has this whole sequence where he remembers Sarah again, goes into the second door, and they pull the editing thing again. We don't get to see yet. Robin is getting the kids into Murray's truck. The rest of them are all arrested. 5 missing kids, sir. What did you say? There's kids here? That guy's way behind.
There's kids we shouldn't have kids here. That's a dumb idea.
Ramirez, I told her.
Right.
Joyce says that the kids are in. I love Joyce is so funny. Like she takes zero shit to the point where it is a little frustrating, actually. Because like this fucking lady, Joyce Byers, remember the name. Say my name.
Name's Joyce Byers. Remember it.
But she says that the kids are in danger, and Derek chimes in. You can't protect shit, right? And he's not wrong.
And then they
like
give him a
slap
little
on the back of the head.
And
Yeah.
that causes such a big fight. And everybody's like, oh, is that what you do? You just hit kids?
You just hit delightful Derek, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, they all start bickering, and it's interrupted by Will getting the goosies and going down. And he says,
Are we calling it the goosies?
I've just adopted the canon term, the Will Tingle.
The Will Tingle's way better. I've got my goosies.
I've got the goosies, mommy. Mommy,
I've come down with the goosies.
he's goosing me. And he says they're here, and the lights start doing what the lights do. And I love that Derek screams, "We're all gonna die!" I don't blame him. He's got to let people know.
He's being direct, Derek.
Yeah. The Demogorgons show up and all hell breaks loose. Will is completely seizing out.
They smush that dude's head right at the beginning. It's like,
Smushies.
ugh.
More Demogorgons show up. We're under attack. And it's like, well, yeah. And the Demogorgons, they show up to get Robin and Murray as well. And also Lucas.
In the tunnels.
And then we get this like super chaos oneer where it's Mike and everybody running around trying to duck bullets and Demogorgons and shit. It's really cool.
Can we just say, Michael really stepping up.
Yeah, man.
Really
He's protecting
Get
them
behind me, kids. And like he's being the real leader of the party.
He's the heart.
Come on, you little sheep.
He's like, guys, you don't know this, but I actually made figurines for all of you as well. I will hand them out to you once this is over.
Whoever survives gets one.
That gunner drives up and he's like, get some. Starts shooting at people.
That dude cracked me up.
I don't know if that's like a what's that fucking movie I love with Denise Richards?
Wild Things.
Paul Verhoeven.
Starship Troopers?
Yeah. Or if it's just something that the army grunts say all the time. Get some.
I think that's like a
It's
thing that's
a
always
frequent
existed.
thing.
Yeah.
You got to get some. I get it.
Get some.
But that made me laugh. The demo corners Mike and they're on their way to Radio
someone
Shack.
says that in Aliens. One of the
I think
one of
so.
the grunts does it in there too.
Probably Bill Paxton.
Yeah. You're fucking dog meat, man. Get some.
They're trying to get to the safe haven of Radio Shack, but a demo corners Mike and the gang. That guy with the flamethrower finally puts his thinking cap on.
Yeah, I was like, finally someone's thinking here.
Will goes down with it, though, and so do all of the other Demogorgons. Murray loves it.
That's what my note says too.
It's hilarious to cut from Will having this awful pain of feeling like he's burning alive and then cutting to Murray. I love it.
Yeah, I don't know, but I love it. 11 is freed when the power goes out. But I don't know, why does the power go out? Because that's at the base in the Upside Down. It has nothing to do with the other base, does it? Or maybe they are connected by the power grid or something. Like
I have no idea why the kryptonite stops.
It just says the power cuts in the subtitles.
Oh, maybe Hopper just cut it.
Oh,
And we
maybe
just didn't see that.
He found Collie and he's walking out and he's like, oh.
Well, yeah, because his
Hedgehog
job was to
on,
turn
off.
off the hedgehogs too. So he probably showed up, saw them, pulled whatever lever, and that worked for the whole base for
He's
some
like, I
reason.
could have done this the whole time. I wanted you to leave so I could.
It might have just been on a timer. Who knows? You know?
She twisted it. 12 minutes should be long enough. Yeah, and then she hears a metallic banging. Hopper comes back, lets 11 in. Mike sees Vecna coming out of the hole. We cut back. It is revealed that it is Kali that has been in there. She's got her head shaved.
So excited.
I want to give you as much time as you need.
Go ahead, Steve.
I kind of think I said a lot of it at the top of the episode, but it's so cool. Like just seeing her it just felt so good. Like, yes, they're finally bringing this character back. They're not going to leave this plot thread just completely abandoned.
She deserves
which would have
it.
So made me mad because she was such a fun character and I've wanted to see so much more of her, and introducing her here and now after everything, I'm so interested to see where this goes. And the fact that she sees 11 and smiles and they both are like, sister.
I agree.
So good.
It was vindication. Vecna returns. He's got a new outfit. His waist is snatched. He's looking good.
He's got Groot attacks.
He's got like a little helmet thing and some shoulder pads.
I went to Oshkosh Bagosh.
He's stronger now, it looks like.
He's doing group powers and everything with his weird living armor skin.
cool.
I don't know.
The flamethrower does nothing because he's able to use, because remember, and maybe he was always this strong because the only time they've ever attacked him, he was distracted. He was locked in.
Yeah, he was plugged into the Matrix.
You
But
know
he
that
was
scene from Social Network where it's like, he's locked in.
He's locked in.
Yeah, it's one of those.
And then Andrew Garfield came over and just started breaking a laptop
Yeah.
at him.
You better lawyer up, motherfucker.
To Vecna. What?
But it seems like he's bulletproof now too, because I don't know if
He was taking those shoddy shells pretty hard back in the day, but
yeah, that's true. But that's also a shotgun, like from Nancy Wheeler, Deadeye.
Exactly. It's
5 feet in front of him.
It's way different when fired by Walcom Down Wheeler.
That's true.
Totally.
I love the bit. I think it's an Easter egg. I just can't remember. But when he pulls the grenade pins, it's a very Magneto thing to do, first off.
Very cool.
That was awesome.
I love the added bit where not only does he do that, because if he just pulled the pin and those guys blew up, would have been great. No, he like then force pushes them into the propane tank to create a bigger explosion.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, great.
Then he resurrects his beasts. The demos are jumping on Murray's truck, going for the kids. He throws off 2 Demogorgons, but crashes the truck in the process. Lucas is cornered in the tunnel again. We cut through this awesome shot where Ramirez gets fucking penetrated
He does.
through the face.
From the back of the
he
head.
does.
From the back.
His
Takes
eyeballs.
a back shot.
His eyeballs like out of his head, but stuck through the branch or whatever. And then just, it's gnarly.
He's going to pull through.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
Is he okay?
Then
Sullivan's on fire. I think we didn't say that.
yes,
but
Sullivan is on fire.
So maybe you might get your wish where like next episode though he and
1000%.
Eggers will team back up and be the Burnt Bros.
You too. Vecna throws the Humvee because he can sense that Will's behind it and reveals Will and Joyce. She glares at him. Stay away.
I am Joyce Byers, mother of 2, and I have something to say.
And he throws her. Shut up. I hated my mother too. And then he levitates Will. Can you see them, William? Can you see the children? Do you know why? Why I chose them to reshape the world? Lucas is sliced. It's because they are weak in body and mind. The kids are being dragged away pretty much all across the board by the Demogorgons. Easily broken, easily reshaped, controlled, the perfect vessels. And you, Will, you were the first. And you broke so easily, like a little girl.
We laugh about it all the time.
Me and the Demogorgons giggle and talk shit
So
about your
funny.
shitty drawings all the time.
Oh, what are you gonna do? Listen to the crash?
Your fireballs looked like cabbages.
We call you Will the Weenie.
Your mom is hot. What are you going to do about it? You showed me what was possible.
Give
what
me
I
your
could
lunch money.
what I could achieve. Some minds, it turns out, simply do not belong in this world. They belong in mine. But you can't come, and he runs back.
You're not allowed.
No girls allowed.
Okay, bye.
Neener, neener, neener. And Vecna leaves him there, and Will sees that all the demos are returning to kill his friends. And we hear this monologue that Robin told earlier, the Robin's voice, and Will's home movie of memories plays, and I weep like a baby.
Yeah.
Because it takes me back to when I was a child and all the little joys and pleasures that I got in my miserable little life. And yet I still loved myself more back then than I do now.
Yeah, you kind of suck now.
I think it's just the world breaks you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we cut to
Mike
this
says you want to be friends.
Yeah, we see
frozen
that moment.
Demogorgon.
Yeah, the Demogorgon's frozen. It's about to hit Mike, but it doesn't. He stops
Oh, it's
it.
so cool, dude.
And it's like doing a weird. It's trying to do the wee, 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 but it's coming out like a silent scream
It's scared.
version. Like,
Hey, let me go.
this isn't cool.
Excuse me.
I don't like this.
And then he fucking Vecnas them.
Oh,
so cool. He's got the hand out and his eyes are rolled back.
I was like, please let their limbs twist and their eyes, and they don't have eyes, but whatever's going on.
Their like flaps go like in.
Yeah. And that's what happens. He's basically, because Vecna's eyes do that when he does his shit.
Yeah.
So he obviously just has like Vecna's ability. He's the anti-Vecna. Yeah. That's cool. And then he has the nose drip, the 11 move.
So badass, and he does it. He does it like he was born to it. It's
He's seen
so
her do it
cool.
1,000 times. He's like, I know what people want.
Yeah,
He says the dick's hard.
bitchin'.
Yeah. And that's the end of not only episode 4, but volume 1 of the final season of Stranger Things. We've got our favorite moments, our Easter Eggos, and our 11 out of 10 performances to nominate after a brief break from one of our sponsors.
Welcome, Stream Fiends. My voice is shot because I just got back from the live show, and it's actually November and a time for reflection, for gathering close and giving thanks. And here at Streaming Things, we have so much to be thankful for. And before we close out today's episode, it is time to honor a very special tradition. That tradition where we take a moment to give heartfelt thanks to the supporters who help keep this podcast rolling like a Thanksgiving Day parade. Our super patrons. These are the generous souls who contribute $25 or more each month, and they truly are the gravy on our mashed potatoes. So thank you to Aaron Armstrong, A.K. Ashley Ray, Albert Stinkpot, Alexis Adler, Anthony Corona, Apple of Andy's Az, Arson Wells, Ashley Powers, Brett X, Brianna Williams, Kaylee Sampson, Charlie Friday, Daniel Pack, Elpander, Emmy, E. Scramo, Haley B, Hootie Hoo, Jay Rich, Jer, Jim E, Joe Velez, John Collins, Josh Stitch, Jay Screamo, Just Liz Calabria, Justin, Jadinklage Morgoon, Kalisha Reeves, Lady Trashley, Lil Tickler, Mandy Joe, Maddlestat, Mitchell, Narvel Toughnuts, Nice Guy Eddie, Paula Garcia, Peaches, Rabbit Dog in a Barbie Car, Rebellious Angel, Sean Callahan, Sean Myers, Sun Loving Mortal, Suzanne Road, Susie Callahan, Svento 7, That Brenda, Trisha Bueller, Upside Down Canuck, Xander Barbarian, Casey McCain, and Enza. Thank you all so much for supporting Streaming Things, and thank you to the other patrons who support us as well. Now, no more delays. Let's get back to the episode.
And we're back. We found the chocolate pudding. Andy, now guys, before I send you off, listen, Steve, pucker up, buddy. Wait. It's going to be very difficult with the editing and the sheer volume of wonderful moments in this to not cheat.
Okay.
I'm not saying there's any rules,
Okay.
but just, just be guided by your own morals in this.
Let go and let frog.
Andy, what is your number 3?
My number 3 is Hop telling Elle how proud he is of her, that he loves Jane. It was so heart-wrenching, so sad. I loved it.
Yeah.
There were a billion incredible moments in this episode. It's hard to make a top 3. And I think my number 3 speaks to how good this episode is, because you're like, wow, this was an amazing moment. Why is it just your number 3? But it's when Robin and Will talk in the tunnel. I love that scene. It's so goddamn good. I'm crying, and I'm just kind of like, thank you, universe, for providing Robin to Will, because he needed a Robin this whole entire show. And I'm so glad that she is here to help Sherpa him on this on life.
Of gayness.
Yeah. Yes. But it's so lovely, and I was crying, and I'm just glad that they're like they're such great friends. Like, even when he's like laughing about like, oh, of course Steve Harrington would come and take Tammy Thompson, and then their little giggle when they get caught by Lucas at the end. It's so sweet. I love that moment.
I'm going to go with 11's jump.
Great moment.
I think it's really, really cool. And we get to see her like, you ever seen that movie by Luc Besson, Lucy, with Scarlett Johansson?
I have, yeah.
I'm just a sucker for female assassins and stuff. I love the anime Akira, you know? I was thinking of, what's the other one? Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell. Like this shit's so fun. So I'm going to do the jump because I also think the way that it culminates in the sorry murder is awesome. But then nice job, by the way, you know, and how much that means to her to get a compliment from her father. Yeah. You know, I love that moment. It's a great scene. Andy?
My number 2 is the Robin and Will chat.
Hey.
Yeah, it is just so sweet. Everything that we didn't know we needed, and that he didn't know he needed either. So cute.
Steve?
Sometimes you put things on your list because maybe they're not necessarily the best moment of the show, but they're just for you. This one's for me. And that is the Callie reveal. Hell yeah. I got so hyped. I love that she's back. They fucking did it, boys. How good does that feel to say that they did it? They brought her back. And it's my number 2. I'm excited to see where it goes.
That's my number 2 as well.
Yeah.
Because not only is it a huge moment, the return that we've been predicting until people laughed in our faces for years, but also I was right, but also it means Hopper's still alive. You know what I mean? It's like this whole journey I was on. It's kind of like piggybacking from a pizza dough freezer on my relief of the Hopper thing.
So do you guys think that Funshine and Axel and Dottie are dead?
For sure.
That sucks.
Hopefully Dottie is.
All right.
We can only hope.
I think Funshine made it out. I like to
Funshine
imagine
is
that
cool.
guy made it. Yeah,
I don't like
Funshine's cool.
The Mohawk guy's the worst. The one that was like, I'm going to stab this little girl immediately. It's like my first reaction.
Yeah, Shirley Temple.
I hated him. Yeah, that's my number 2 as well. And I think we probably all have the same number 1, but I guess maybe not. Andy?
I mean, I would hope that we all have the same number 1. That is,
the Bopper Gate.
yeah, Will self-actualizing. He has his little Super 8 moment, and then he's got Superpower moment. It's fucking dope.
That's my number 1 moment as
That's
well.
my number 1 as well.
We all everybody?
We all everybody. Woo! Matchies. That's why I didn't choose the Robin talking to Will scene ultimately, because we get her monologue again.
And it's more powerful here.
And that's, I think, when it really, really gets me. Yeah. Even though I did have it asterisked, the moment in the tunnel, I was like, that's kind of not double dipping, but wasting one of my spots on like what is kind of the same thing, but just like brought to its conclusion. But yeah, when Will, it's so good, you know, because I took it so personally when it was showing those old movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we were all children. We've all lost our way. You know? It's so good. And it's the main theme, I think, of this show, of this season, certainly. And it's been so far executed really well.
Yeah. Will, I'm so happy.
Will, my boy. And that brings us to the end of that. And now it's time for our Easter Eggos, the 80s pop culture references that we were able to spot throughout. We'll go around the room rapid fire until we run out of those. Andy, start us off.
Let's keep it running with the Harry Potter references, if you guys don't mind. Hot getting grabbed by the vine is definitely a callback to the Devil's Snare from Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. And I'll also call out that when Eleven says, "Thank you for teaching and trusting me," and it's implied that she says, "After all this time," and he says, "Always."
Always.
Yeah.
Is that
Snape says always. Yeah, talking about Lily.
Always. Jeez.
Way different dynamic, though, gotta admit.
I was getting some Back to the Future vibes from when Steve is putting the car into high speed to like race into the gate.
55, 88
miles per hour? What was it?
Yeah. 88.
88. Nice.
Up top.
Boom. 88 miles per hour. And then they like barely make it. And if they just threw in the Back to the Future score and like maybe put some fire behind the tires, perfect. But like this was still pretty cool and I liked it a lot.
That's right. The movie that Debbie Miller is watching is the first movie that I have any memory of ever watching. It was called The Sword and the Stone.
It's great.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Flippity hippity hoppity, whenever he's singing.
Yeah.
It's fun. There's a
Alakazam, that one.
Yeah. There's a
Boo.
Pink Floyd The Wall poster in the Squawk that we see at one point, very briefly.
We've already talked at great length about The Great Escape Eggo, but that's
They ruined it in this episode.
They were real on the nose. Do Do you want me to go into the first shadow stuff right now?
If you want to.
Okay. Again, if you guys are really worried about spoilers for the first shadow in any way, shape, or form, skip ahead a little bit, a couple minutes this time, I would imagine, because we're going to go into that right now. So I think, and you alluded to this earlier, Kit, the cave that.
Vecna.
The cave that. Sorry,
Max.
I'm sorry.
I got some feedback from your headphones.
I was trying to do it so sneaky.
The cave that Vecna's scared of going and following Max into, I think that's the cave in Nevada where when he was a young boy, he stumbled upon, he was playing with his spyglass, he got into the cave and he messed with some sort of experimental technology that sent him to Dimension X for the first time. And I don't know why exactly he would be afraid to go back in there again.
Well, it's just trauma response.
Yeah, I assume that's what it is. Maybe we'll find out there's something more to it than that, but I think that's what they're alluding to. Also, you mentioned, Max, she goes into the past and sees Hawkins High in 1959, sees a young Joyce, sees a young Steve Harrington. And I made the joke, every adult's in there. They are in that play. A big part of the musical is that at the same time Joyce is running this play production. They're actually not doing Oklahoma, though, because Joyce is like, you want to do boring plays like Oklahoma? No, we're going to do a play called Dark of the Moon, but we'll only say we're doing Oklahoma and not tell anyone about it until it airs because she's a rebel without a cause, right?
Well, she has a cause.
Yeah, well, she'd stick to man.
A rebel with reasons.
Yeah. Like Hopper's part of the play. Bob Newby is the AV tech.
And Henry's in love with Bob Newby's sister, right?
Adopted sister, yeah.
Oh, she's adopted.
Either she's adopted or he's adopted. One of them is adopted into the Newby family.
Where does Mr. Baldo come in?
I don't know if he's in the play, but that would be cool.
The evil clown?
Yeah. But Lonnie's there. The Sinclairs, Lucas's parents, I think, are there as well.
You see the Wheelers too.
You see the Wheelers. And Andy, you're going to be so happy to hear this. We get a clue as to why Karen is with Ted Wheeler because they play him as like the jock of school. And one of the characters, as they're introducing Henry to the school and kind of naming who all the students are, she's like, that's Ted Wheeler. He's the dumbest, he's the biggest dingleberry there is. And there's Karen Wheeler. She's so cool. I don't understand why she's with him. And Karen goes, but have you seen his dingleberry?
Nuh-uh.
Yep.
I was joking.
No. So Ted is packing dong, my friends. Yes. I knew Andy would like that. That's all I'll say for now, but the play is a big aspect of the Broadway show that Joyce is handing out flyers for.
Can I tell my theory?
Yes, I wish you would.
Okay, spoilers ahead.
Ted saves the world with his dingleberry.
No. It has to do with the cell again. And this is why I think I'm right and why I think Henry is young Henry in his dreams or in his mind. In the plot of The Cell, Jennifer Lopez goes into kids' minds who are disturbed or even in comas to try to help them out of it or whatever, help them with their mental illness, various things. She ends up being drafted by the police to go into the mind of an unconscious serial killer to locate his final victim who's actively drowning and slowly in a tank. But they don't know where she is, but they have like camera footage of her. And so since he won't tell them where she is, it's like, well, let's use the mind invader lady. So she goes into his serial killer mind, and it's this crazy movie because his serial killer mind is very twisted and dark and crazy, fantastical. But in his mind, she sees the demon version of him, which is an adult, and he's like, I've got my nipples pierced. And then there's a little boy version of him that is like tortured by his schizophrenia or whatever as well that she befriends. And at the end of the movie, she's like, I can't leave that little boy in there. That's not fair. Right. And it's very touching because there's like a part of the killer that does deserve peace or whatever. And so she brings the serial killer into her mind against everybody's, like she locks the door and does it on her own and stuff. Has nothing to do with saving the last victim or anything. It's just something she wants to do. Like give this little boy piece of him peace.
This one's for Jenny.
So what I think is going to happen is, I could be wrong. I think Max will take pity on a piece of Henry in some form and maybe even like take him into her memories or something and like give young Henry peace
Yeah.
in dreamland somehow.
I think you're right.
Yeah, something to that effect for sure. Because they also talked about Eternal Sunshine being.
Because the fact when he's like scared of that cave, there's like some really there's some humanity there.
For sure.
And I was like, oh, they're going to do the thing. You know what I mean?
Nipples are pierced.
I don't want to tell you that. The timeline is interesting because the play takes place leading up to when he kills his family, Henry. So it's interesting that, like, I don't know, in the flashbacks in season 4, he seemed like a much younger kid than like a high school age person.
He definitely wasn't high school age then.
But like the play is high school age, and he hasn't killed his parents yet.
Yeah, but in the play, isn't it true that he has powers for a while before he kills his parents?
Yes.
And, like, tries to be good. Patty's the name of Bob's sister, right?
Yes.
Tries to like help him use his powers for good, and it's ultimately the Mind Flayer's influence that causes him to snap.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was years, but maybe it was.
I don't know. I don't know. That's the only thing that when I watch the play, I'm like, I feel like there's some continuity fuckery happening here.
For sure. But yeah, great info for everybody to have, Steve. Thank you. I'll do a quick, the tunnel scene with Robin and Will that you love so much.
Yeah.
It might be a Goonies Eggo. I feel like I remember that exact shot of two characters hanging back, talking and having a moment. And then someone ahead of the tunnel being like, hey, and then they laugh like that into each other and continue walking.
Yeah.
I'm almost positive that's a thing. But I'm going to say it is. Andy.
I like it. Smurfs get name dropped. I think
They do.
Derek says blue like a Smurf.
Oh, yeah.
The sand is soft on your butt. I loved his guru talking.
The ocean sounds like a dog lapping water.
I'm circling back to something. I don't know if this. I still think there's an Eggo, and we talked about what the Eggo possibly could be, but there's an extra layer to it that we didn't discuss that I want to bring up that a couple people messaged me about, and that is Holly's outfit. We were kind of trying to figure out like what her outfit is.
The Little Red Riding Hood, Alice in Wonderland thing we were talking about?
Yeah. Several people messaged in and said that she's wearing that outfit because it's mirroring what her figurine's wearing that Mike made her. It's got a blue dress with a yellow cloak.
She's Holly the Heroic.
That's fun.
And so I think both things are true, and that is a reference to something outside the world, but also she in universe has a reason to pick that outfit because she wants to be protected by the spirit that Mike told her about.
Oh, speaking of outfits, Eggo correction. Way back in episode 1, I called Eleven's training outfit that apparently she's just going to wear for 7 days, which is gross.
Frankie.
A Rocky Eggo, and I knew I was stretching it. I just couldn't scratch that itch in my brain. It's literally exactly the outfit that Josh Brolin's character is wearing in the Goonies. Because initially she has the headband too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Good
Just wanna
call.
Shout out to the patrons that sent that info into my brain. There is a scene where Will, I think it's at the end. Yeah, it has to be right as he collapses at the military base and he says, they're here. I think it's Poltergeist.
They're here.
Yeah, it's a Poltergeist Eggo, right?
Yep.
Okay. Andy?
Great Escape gets brought up. I'm out.
But it's really Harry Potter and Azkaban when Mooney and Padfoot.
There's Tom Riddle, Dick Weasley, and Harry Potter.
Dick Weasley.
Is there a Dick in Harry Potter?
Richard, maybe? Is there a Richard? No.
Not that I can think of.
Steve?
I just have the low-hanging ones that they mentioned. I'll fire them off real quick. Dustin mentions Mission Impossible. He's obviously talking about the TV show, not the movies. James Bond and Magnum are also Magnum PI.
Not the condom.
Yeah. Well, they are talking about Dick in that scene.
That's true. Yeah, Ted.
We already brought up Oklahoma. Wrinkle of Time's brought up again, and
Camazotz.
Whitney Houston is also brought up. And that's funny enough. There is a episode coming up titled something Camazotz.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in a later.
That's got to be a big Max Holly episode. The breakout. I got
yeah.
one. I really do think all of the Game of Thrones stuff is intentional. The wall, the spiral, and I have to believe when Vecna raises the Demogorgons back up in such a way that is a Night King.
It's a hard home thing, yeah.
Gotta be.
And they've mentioned, I don't know if we talked about it on the pod, but I've seen interviews with the Duffers like talking about how they really want to land the plane for the show, and they specifically mentioned Game of Thrones as an inspiration of what not to do.
It's a good.
Which I think is
I mean, that's
kinda
fair.
funny.
Yeah.
That's totally fair.
Yeah, it's a fair thing to do. So I can see them. They're obviously fans of Game of Thrones because another interviewer mentioned their relationship with Game of Thrones and how they were huge fans of that franchise.
Yes.
So obviously that would inspire them.
We got any music?
There are 2 songs.
You know, have you ever noticed that they're not using anywhere near as much music as they typically do?
They're not. I mean, usually the show will have a ton up at the front and ton at the back. And then as the plot thickens, they kind of fall apart.
Yeah.
And since this season is much more like we're down into the plot,
Yeah,
like
that's
we're
true.
being serious.
What a wonderfully intelligent analysis of why the music is less.
Hey, that's why you have me on here.
That's goddamn right. Also, we don't know how to do any of the things you do.
If we did, we would have cut you a long time ago. No, there are 2 songs. There's Premature Plans by Elmer Bernstein and Shaboom by The Chords.
Oh, Shaboom.
Shaboom.
I love that song. Well, that brings us to our 11 out of 10 performance nomination, our favorite performances of this episode. We each get to pick one. Tough call this time,
It is a
fellas.
tough call.
Andy, I think I say that every time. Andy,
Hey, friend.
what are you gonna do?
Hey, Andy. Child's play for you. I'm gonna give it a Noah Schnapp. No Schnapp.
You snapping it? You snapping your fingers?
Just the little things with him and Robin, and then him being the super badass that he is. And it's less about his performance, although his performance is great, and more about what his arc has meant for this series, and to me, incredible.
Steve.
Yeah, this is really hard. You can go for my money. You can go one of 3 ways.
Derek.
Derek. No, you can give it to Maya Hawke. You can give it to Noah Schnapp, or you can give it to Sadie Sink. I think all 3 of them really bring it in different ways. I think, if I'm being honest, I think Sadie Sink probably has the more nuanced and grounded and effective performance, but I'm still going to give it to Noah for the exact reason that Andy said. Like, because I've been on a journey through the show with this character specifically, to have this moment and to see Will as a character self-actualize, but also Noah bring that self-actualization to life, it hit really hard, and I will remember that the most from this episode. So I have to give it to Noah, I think.
Where he wipes the blood.
Sat alone.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
However, I'm going to give it to Maya Hawke because it's
fair.
It's really like her narration that
That's
that
true.
crushes me from that scene. And the delivery the first time, I think she just is so passionate about it. I think it's coming from a real place when she's delivering those lines. I don't know. I think it was Maya Hawke for me. I think I wouldn't have thought you were crazy for picking David Harbour either.
Yeah.
He's always just, it's almost like an old hat that he's doing what he's doing so well at this point that he maybe gets circled back to underappreciated just because, well, of course he's crushing it with the whole sad dad thing.
He always does. He's a sad dad.
Well, those are our 11 out of 10 nominations. Again, don't forget to email streamingthingspod@gmail.com. We're going to do a mailbag in a day and a half as you're listening to this at the earliest. And then
Send those in.
Send those in. We're going to be doing 3 or 4, pre-show Stranger Things episodes week to week from now until part 2, volume 2 drops. And also our Game of Thrones coverage, all that stuff is continuing over on the Patreon feed.
Also, extra special plug, this week, December 4th, Thursday, we will be releasing our live show that we did on November 7th. So this is a very fun live show. If you like Stranger Things, I think you're going to get into this because it's kind of a Stranger Things Severance themed storyline D&D campaign that we run through together. It's really fun. It's a huge celebration of our podcast, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy it. It's going to be free for everybody on the main feed, YouTube, Patreon, all that stuff. So go check that out on December 4th. It's going to be a good time.
That's right. And if you like what we do here on the show, you can support the show at patreon.com/streamingthings. You can subscribe at a variety of tiers, get access to our Discord, get these episodes ad-free and early, and tons of bonus episodes. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of bonus episodes that are only available over there of doing what we're doing here for other shows and movies. But that being said, there is one last thing to do for episode 4.
What's that?
That is see what story we've crafted, Steve.
In the MadLibs, this is the story that you guys helped craft at the beginning of the episode, titled A New Business Venture. And remember, this was submitted to us by Lavender Haze on Discord, but they have requested that this MadLibs be read in the voice of Dr. Marty B. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Hello, guys and buns. You've missed me, haven't you? Well, don't fret, because Dr. Marty B is back to share some assorted lubricants with you. I've been tasting up something new, and what I've got in store might just blow your scrotum. Now, when I'm not hosting child fights in the Nina, you'll spot me in downtown Hawkins, running my own pop-up tattoo shop. If you're in the market for some new great bushy beard, come on down to Marty B's Flabby and Fabulous Inc., located in a refurbished Atlantis.
Ooh.
This spot has it all. The latest Seal album on a loop. By Grabthar's hammer, what a great contribution to the music industry, am I right? Mm-hmm. As far as the tattoos go, I think you'll be quite pornography with the work I've mastered. I'm proficient in numbers like 6'7", 37, and 69.
That's right.
My line of work is musky and morose. I could even etch some neat little words onto your wrist if you'd like. Do you know papyrus? That's what all my words are written in, and they'll look simply beat to shit. So if you're feeling a little fuckable at the end of the world, never fear, my tattoos will certainly bring cinema into your life.
Ah.
And if you see one, please let him know he still owes me a tip, won't you? And thus concludes a new business venture by
Awesome.
Marty B.
Thank you to Lavender Haze for all of the custom MadLibs this season. That's been a hoot. Thank you to all of our new listeners, all of our veteran listeners. Join us again next week or on the Patreon feeds, wherever you may be in that spectrum.
Mailbag, special guests, we're going to have it all.
So much content this month. Welcome to Streaming Things. That's all the time we have for right now, though. We've got to go return some videotapes. My name is Kit.
I'm Andy.
And I'm Steve.
And this is Streaming Things, streaming Stranger Things.
Happy streaming.
Later, BBs.